He's changing clothes, while they putting on another. Oh, now it's the jacket with the suede lapel. You switch from the shiny, Oh, you got a suede lapel, but you still got on that turtleneck. You recycle that turtleneck. You should take off that turtleneck. Anytime you feel like a takeoff, that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Hallelujah, fan them down, fan them down, fan them down. Turtleneck. Oh, break it down, whisper it, whisper it, whisper it. Turtleneck. Oh, whisper it, whisper it. Turtleneck.
Hey y'all, happy Friday. I said, look, if you're gonna come around here without no thumbnail, you gotta give the people something, okay? You can't do a thumbnail because you're tired, but you can bring them a turtleneck, okay? I hope everyone had a great Friday. I am here, okay? And that's the best I can do. I said, girl, it's all these things going on, and you really should do a thumbnail. But if you do a thumbnail, you're probably not gonna go live. So here we are. Okay, then where's the damn remote? Girl, I can't find nothing around here on my own desk, child. But how y'all doing? Okay, how is everyone doing on this nice, good old Friday? Okay, look, y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, take a little second, okay, like the video, subscribe to the channel, have a good time with me. I am really confused on where. Did I drop it somewhere? Where am I here, girl? Oh, right here. I'm like, where remote control for the fan? Because I need a little bit of background noise because it's weird if I'm just in silent. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I was like, it's a lot of little Emmy topics I want to get into, and I could not produce a well-coordinated thumbnail for the live. So I will have it on the replay. Okay. When this is over, I will go ahead and do one and whatnot. But yeah, okay, now we were live yesterday. We went over the verses. We're gonna get a little bit into the verses today too, because some things have came out, y'all. Some more funny things. We'll look into that, okay? But y'all gonna go watch the other content on my channel as you see fit, okay? But I just didn't have time to do a thumbnail, okay? But I'm here. Hey, how y'all doing? Ignore my pillows. I ordered some new pillows from Macy's, and they're huge, and they back in the bag. So that's not a ghost or nothing, y'all. That's 8 pillows from the Macy's. Okay, that just didn't move them yet. Okay, but again, I hope everyone had a good day today. I had a long day. It was a long day at work, and I refused to cancel simply because I said no. You can't cancel today because you can't go live tomorrow. Okay, and you're not gonna want to discuss these things on Sunday. Okay, so here we are together. Okay, you have a good time, one way or the other and whatnot. Yeah, I should have got me a good little alcoholic beverage, but I didn't want to. Because I'm like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to get tipsy. Because when I'm off live, I really feel like I'm going to go to bed. And I don't want to go to bed tipsy today, okay? But a good time will be had by all. Okay, hello to everyone that's around here. If you watching live, if you watch the replay, either way it go, thank you and stuff. Okay, yeah, I was like, yeah. And I pushed the live back to 9:15 because I was going to do one. And I was like, I got to match colors. It's going to push the live back to around 9:30. I haven't had a chance to kind of just woo side since getting home. Because I had to watch a couple things before I got home. I was like, girl, just put you the title in there. Okay? Put the title in there. That's good enough. It's some pictures in here. Okay, I am going to discuss Cardi. I am going to discuss Kandi. So technically, 2 of the people I'm going to discuss is in the thumbnail right now. But again, I'll do a whole real thumbnail after the live. That'll be up for the replay because that's what I do. Okay, and because I'm petty, I had to get when I tell y'all all day, when I woke up and I was getting dressed for work, in my head, turtleneck, I was like, that song is really gonna be stuck in my brain all weekend. Okay. And I said, well, girl, go ahead and download it and make it a graphic because
he's changing clothes while they putting on another. Oh, now it's the jacket with the suede lapel. You switch from the shiny, oh, you got a suede lapel, but you still got on that turtleneck. You recycle that turtleneck.
I don't think anyone realized how talented you have to be to come up with a song on the spot that the band vibes in with, the background singers vibe in with, everybody catch the beat, we catch the hook, okay? The drums is hitting, and the next day, everybody's thinking about that turtleneck, okay? I was like, girl, it is fucking hilarious. So I said, we're going to have, it's in the roster, okay? Every once in a while, we're going to just vibe out. Now, look, Tank, if you smart, go ahead. You better copyright that damn thing because everybody named Mama has been either singing it, replaying it, discussing it. That turtleneck. Okay, you better do something. Okay, but that is what entertainers do. They do shit on the spot that entertains people, and they don't be trying to. It just works. Okay, but anyway. Okay, because I don't have a thumbnail. Again, y'all make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and y'all know on the replay, go ahead and hype up. Now, look, I finally figured out the hype up thing. So, because I don't watch a lot of other YouTubers, I just don't. I be busy. I really don't be in the comment section seeing things. I just see the little like button. But, okay, if you Or I'm going to, if you are a subscriber of someone's channel, okay, you have the option to hype up their video. Okay, let me share my screen. And I said, let me show y'all so y'all know. Now, what I did find out as well is you only have you only have 3 hype ups, I think, per week, which is whatever. Okay. Now I can't hype up my own video, okay, but I'm on my other page and whatnot. So if you go into the person's video, right?
Imagine being able.
Okay, you have to go down to the. Oh, see, I don't even see it. You have to go down to the comments. Where is it at, Jesus? See, I can't even see it on here. I see it on my phone though. On my phone, I synced it. It was the comment section, and then it said hype, and I said, "Oh, you hit the hype button," but I can't see it here. It's on your phone though, y'all. So I can look. See, I'm a bad example giver. The point is, if you're on your phone, go to the person's video, and in the what a comment thing is, it's also thing that say hype. That's all I can say. Oh yeah, it's only on your phone. So if you on it on your phone, that's where you see it at. Okay, but you have to go to the person's video, and when you click on your phone, you see it that way. Okay, you can do 3 per week. So give me one of your 3s. This is one of your 3s. I'm only live for this week anyway. But yeah, it's on your phone. I'm not YouTube be fucking up. Okay, just changing stuff for no damn reason. Okay, for no damn reason. We always go to, past live streams, past videos to do all the things. Okay, sometimes I post here. Okay, I be like, oh yeah, y'all, look, if you in Detroit or our surrounding cities, okay, tomorrow I will be at Karla's show. The show starts at 8. It's down at Miss Eva's. Okay, I posted on my IG. It's posted on my tab on my channel. Okay, so can't nobody say you don't never be. I do be outside sometimes, and this is the one time. If y'all out, you may see me out and about. Okay, you can buy. I think you can buy tickets at the door. I believe tickets are $15 at the door. But yeah, okay, that's why I can't go live tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. Okay, but yeah, that's why that's tomorrow. But yeah, you go around here and look at what's going on. Anyway, let's get into the stuff, okay? Because as I told you, I was liking stuff, I was saving stuff, I was getting into the stuff and whatnot. Okay, YouTube is so stupid. I'm sitting here looking at your. I'm sitting here looking at your thumb on the screen. Yeah, sometimes YouTube is real funny acting. Okay, they be getting on my nerves. So sometimes it don't tell y'all I'm on live, or that's why when I start my live, I wait like 15 seconds. So if you were ever on the replay of it, you're like, why is it 15 seconds before her thing start? I try to give YouTube, about 15, 20 seconds for it to catch up that I'm on live. It's so weird. Okay, but I try. Look, all I can say is I'm here. That's all I know. Okay. Go in the area where the lights are and see, because I don't be knowing. Child. But again, hello to everybody around here and Sean. Hello. Oh, it's the engagement button. Let me go back. Let me see, because I don't be knowing. So if you click on the video, ads. Okay. Well, thank God for the ads, child. That's what I be needing. Okay, that's how we get paid and whatnot. But y'all, I don't even know what that's at. When I tell y'all, I really don't be on YouTube like that, because I am a YouTuber, and because I be busy at work. I don't be having time that much to watch. I watch It's Rock all the time because she only posts on Fridays. So I don't be knowing. I don't be knowing. But I appreciate y'all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel, for commenting in the comment section, and all the good stuff y'all do for me. Okay. I wish you was in Detroit too. Okay. Now I do post. Am I gonna post? Because I may post a couple clips from her show on my IG, but because I'm gonna probably be recording her whole show while I'm there, we shall see. Okay, but again, a good time will be had by all. But let's get started on the stuff. Now again, I could be all these things to get into, okay, and whatnot, and a good time, bum, 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 bum. But let's start, okay? This gonna sound weird, but I need y'all to know I mean it, okay? Some people, we have to say, I hope you burn in hell, okay? We want you to burn in the HE double hockey sticks, okay? Now, we had discussed the Naziah Harris case, that started back in 2024, okay? And we discussed Jarvis Butts. Remember, because I saw he was sentenced and whatnot, and I went to the oldest thing, the offender tracking information system for Michigan. And I was trying to see where he was stationed at so we could send him some email. Well, he's dead. Okay, may he burn in hell. May he burn in hell. Okay. Sometimes you can be happy that people is gone. Ain't nothing wrong with that for certain people. Okay. And when I got the notification that he is now deceased, okay, gone to the devil, okay, gone to the lower room, okay, ain't here no more, okay, can kiss my ass. Once I saw that Jarvis Butts had died in the prison, I said, good. Okay, he was convicted of murder. He had been actually assaulting people, kids, and whatnot. So, he was sentenced to 35 to 60 years in prison. And this is the kicker. His whole trial, I felt like, I felt like he was real quiet because he probably was waiting to die. And okay. Mm-hmm. And I always felt like he not gonna make it long in prison anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was like, either he gonna take himself out, or the people around there is gonna make him wish like he was dead. Okay, I said the people in there, they're not gonna kill him. The other inmates was not going to kill that man. They were gonna make that man suffer. Okay, they was gonna get him in prison, but they wasn't. You shouldn't. Sometimes let folks suffer in the prison system or whatever. Okay, and so when the news came out, because he was only in jail in prison for 2 weeks, and I think the reason why he took himself out. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I think he did not take himself out sooner, at the county jail, he was here. Hold on. Thank you, Arthur, for the cash app. Thank you. I appreciate it. My phone, I told her before, I need to get a new phone because it don't be making a noise. And now it is. It's so weird. Okay. Thank you, Missy, for the cash app. I appreciate it. I know cash apps. It's like GoFundMe. Okay. Anyway, I think someone was for my cash app and thing. But thank y'all for the cash app. I appreciate it. But I felt like the only reason he did not take himself out in the county jail was because it probably wasn't enough privacy for him to do that. And when anybody, well, at least in Michigan, when you get sentenced to prison time, you get sent to Jackson. Okay, it's a prison here. We just call it Jackson. You get sent to the prison in Jackson to wait to be placed in an actual prison. And usually for the first like 2 to 6 weeks when you're there, and I only noticed from when my ex was in jail. And again, he was in prison child back in the 2000s. So I'm assuming it hasn't changed much, but this is the process. You go to Jackson to get processed. That can take a few weeks. And when you're there, you can't have any vision. Like you're kind of secluded there. So I'm like, he probably had just enough privacy to himself. And I said, good. Let him go. We don't need him, Jesus. Okay. He was literally a horrible person. Okay. And his whole trial, he sat there, head down, quiet, never said much. I said that man probably had been waiting to take himself out. I think once he got arrested and he knew he could not get out of it, he knew he was gonna be there for a long, long time. I was like, he gonna probably either take himself out or they gonna him in prison. Okay, so not much was released about it, but let's listen to the news.
It's agreed to a sentence between 35 and 60 years in prison for the second-degree murder charge in the Naziah Harris case, but one of her biggest advocates says closure will only come once she knows what truly happened to her body.
And we would never know. I think this wasn't what I was looking for. We would truly never know what happened to Naziah at all, because all he said was he dumped her body in River Rouge. And that was back in 2024. He told us that in 2025, 2026. So there would never be any closure the family could really get besides knowing she's no longer here, which I think they've always known. But he deserved to die. Like, and I know that. Do I feel bad for him? No. I hope when he took himself out of hurt, yes. Does he deserve any sympathy in case he went through stuff as a kid that made him this way as an adult? No. There are certain people who can be like, I made one mistake and did something one time and I learned my lesson, blah, blah, blah. This man did the same thing to multiple children. He was a habitual offender. Okay, so anytime we're gonna be around here celebrating someone's timely demise, which I wish he would have been gone earlier, is him. I was like, rot. Okay, so now we don't know what he did to himself. They have not let that information out. All they said was he was found in his cell early in the morning from a self-inflicted wound. They tried to treat him and he was dead. Good. Let him be dead. Okay. Congratulations. Confetti, bitch. He was the worst kind of person. And every once in a while, they deserve to rot in hell. And that's what he was, child. Let it be. So yeah, he gone. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, they always tell you be careful where your teeth get done at. So Miss Silence, okay, was out there in Bangkok, okay? And while talking, child, her teeth fell out. Okay. She had the veneers. Okay, and as she was talking, child, I said, "That girl, was they cheap veneers? How that happen?" Now, one, she's only 18. Now, first of all, at 18, why you need veneers? Now, I think I've heard like when some of the younger contestants do stuff like babies or whatever, they would have like baby veneer. I'm like, man, you 18. Why you need veneer at 18? Okay, whole top of your mouth fell out. Now that's embarrassing, bitch. Okay, because everyone sees it, and I feel like your teeth is your teeth. Okay, your teeth is your teeth. But look, get some glue. Okay, some gorilla glue, some crazy glue. Get tooth glue. Whatever glue the dentist say to you, get that. Because that was just girl. So if you have veneers, remember, hold the top of the teeth up so they don't fall out. Now, our director's great. She walked great. her teeth is fake, okay? But that was like, oh, what happened? Okay. Now, something I have not fully watched, but I was like, what had happened here? Okay, so it says Mama Cat is a 21-year-old naked woman in bed with her 13-year-old son. Now, first of all, why y'all fussing? Why you not beating her up?
Stinking motherfuckers. Look at this stinking bitch up in here. Look at this stinking bitch in my motherfucking house with my 13-year-old motherfucking child. I smacked her goddamn face. She better be glad I ain't killed her yet. Stinking bitch, but the sit there cleaning on the motherfucking way. Oh, trifling asshole.
You throwing water at her?
Fuck you. Yeah. Meant that. Big nasty motherfucker laid up in here naked when I motherfucking got here. Stupid sloppy bitch. And I got her key. You ain't getting no motherfucking thing, bitch. Man ain't getting you shit. That's a fucking child.
Who was man? Stop calling children man.
Man ain't getting you nothing. Man, I ain't got to tell my son, bitch. I done told you before you drive that. If you drive that motherfucking black car, bitch, I done told you that, man, it don't matter. If y'all bitches won't come no motherfucking more and you ain't going out here. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. You think it's funny. It ain't motherfucking funny, boy. Yeah. Look at this nasty bitch. Look at.
Now, first of all, I ain't not about to fuss with an adult in my house I catch with my child. Okay? I would be ragtagging that hoe. Okay? And I would not want any of it on camera because I don't want any evidence for the prosecution. Okay? If you come home to your 13-year-old in the bed, okay, with a naked, grown 21-year-old lady, you should not have any time to pull your phone out. Okay, we fighting. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Adam, oh nasty! You ain't going no motherfucker. Get out the door. When the police come, bitch. When the police come with your stupid ass, girl, I'm gonna knock your motherfucking ass out. You gonna stay? I don't give a fuck. If you hit me back and now, I'm gonna ball your motherfucking ass up in here. That's what time it is. Right, fuck you, man. Shut up.
Stop. See, also stop calling children man. Call them boy. Okay, call them boy.
Fuck out my goddamn face. I meant that. Cause you ain't had no business with this sloppy motherfucker up in here.
Why you got a mirror above his bed? Okay, there's no little boy, no 13-year-old boy, okay, should have a mirror above his bed. You don't need, what is that for? The only people who have mirrors by their beds are people who do things in the mirrors.
Oh. You ain't had no business with no bitch in my motherfucking house. Fuck her. I'm waiting on the CP motherfucking D. Look at her. Oh, dust ass bitch up in my motherfucking house.
Let me
that
out
bitch,
the door.
You out when you out.
The fuck up. Let me out
you
the door.
Do what the fuck you want to do. Turn up then.
Turn up.
Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up then. Man, nothing. Turn up. Turn up.
Can you imagine you 21 asking a 13-year-old, hey, tell your mama to let me out the house? Not asking him for
mama. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass in a minute. You finna get it.
I would have beat them both up.
Yeah, but right now, I need her to stay right the fuck here. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
I don't throw my stuff away.
He throw his shit away. You should have thrown this nasty ass hole away. Why you got her laid up in this in my motherfucking house and my guy?
Is it cigarette smoke or the house is dusty?
Goddamn light bill $500 motherfucking dollar and ain't neither one of y'all put in on it.
The light bill high because them goddamn strobe lights. Okay, that boy has created a sex dungeon. Okay, he got little strobe lights. He got a little mirror around there. Okay, it's smoke going. He set the whole pool. All them pillows. What 13-year-old boy got all them pillows? That's for women.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. The fuck. Yeah, this nasty bitch. Look at her. Ain't nobody got to ask. Yeah, let me get $100 in.
I got it.
Let me get it. Let's go to the car and get it.
Not gonna have $100.
Okay. When the police get here, yeah, I need that. Man, shut the fuck up.
Man should have a goddamn twin bed. Okay, why man bed like a fool? No, give him a twin bed. You can't fuck in twin bed. Well, you can't fuck in twin beds. But no, man don't need no full-grown man bed.
I got plenty. If I ain't
All them pillows.
got it, I can get it. I always remember that.
Police outside.
I won't give a fuck. They can come in. Yes, the fuck they can. You let her in this motherfucker. You might as well let the city clean in this bitch.
Y'all think she's smoking weed or she's smoking cigarettes? They smoking something.
Look at this shit, y'all. Look, I'm gonna put this bitch on Facebook. I don't even know her name. I don't even know who the fuck she is.
Her name is Micaiah Quinshana Jaquette Davenport.
But she going nationwide. My son, 13 motherfucking years old, and this bitch laid up in my motherfucking house with him. Yeah. This shit ridiculous. You go out there motherfucker door, I'm gonna fuck you up too, right along the way. I meant that. That ain't no threat. That's a goddamn promise. Yeah. What her car at?
Probably around the corner. Or when she had a car. Maybe she walked. Is she mentally 21 or is she mentally 12? What if she's mentally 21? What if she's mentally a child? Okay. What if she's mentally a child and she don't know it's wrong? I mean, she look grown though.
Who is it? Yeah, come on back here and get this bitch out of my motherfucking house before I fuck her up. This overgrown asshole in my motherfucking house with my 13. That bitch right there. My son, 13 motherfucking years old. That's a grown ass motherfucking woman. I will beat the fucker. I wouldn't give a fuck about none of that shit, bitch. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You ain't got no business. Look at these stinking motherfuckers.
Child, the police didn't show up. She'll get arrested. Well, she was arrested. Okay, she was arrested. The mama name was Charity Gray. Okay, she popped on Facebook Live to expose Micaiah Quinshona Jaquette Davenport. Okay, said she had just slapped the woman before going live and tells her things could have been worse, but she called the police. Okay, and waited for them to arrive. Now I would have been beating ass as the police are on the way. Okay. Cops showed up. Okay, the mama said, hey, she fucking my son or was naked with my son. Arrest that hoe. Okay. And I'm like, and it says apparently this happened before because at the end of the video, Gary tells her son that he's been doing this and that she'll have other women arrested too. So look. Oh, thank you for the cash. Not girl was a call. Thank you for the super chats. Think it was a whole move set would have further pissed me off. He has the mood set for fucking. Okay, the lights are down low. Okay, little red sparkly lights. Okay, all the pillows, the fan on the floor to air out the area and whatnot. He has a whole mood set. But if the mama said you keep doing this, would that mean one, the women are wrong? I'm not trying to make it seem as if the women aren't wrong, but if your son keep fucking with grown women, your son is a problem too. Okay, your son is a problem too. Because it said the mama said at the end, he been doing this. Okay, and that she'll have other women arrested too. And I wonder, does the son look like an adult? Is the son lying about his age? Because I am a firm believer. My feet be dangling, y'all. My chair. I'm a firm believer in when someone lies about their age, and if they look at least 18, okay, but they 13 and they're lying to the adult, that's wrong. Okay. Now, if the adult is fully aware he's a child and they just don't care because the child looks older, that's different. Yeah. I said not man. And she probably come to the house and seen pillows and mirrors and fans on the floor. Okay. Now, also, I will say this. I don't know no grown men that got strobe lights in their room. Okay. Them little light strips or whatever, kids had that stuff. Okay. DJ at one point had that shit. A family I watched on YouTube called the Daily Davises, teenage sons had that shit. Okay, him sons had that shit because they're kids. Well, they may not have it now. My point is, teenagers had that shit up at their house in their room. Okay. But if the mom was saying he keep doing it, okay, he gonna I'm gonna have all the older person. No, have your son put into therapy. Okay, have your son know stop getting these women that you know was too old. You're gonna get all these hoes arrested. Thank you, Keisha, for the cash. I keep saying cash app for the super chat. Yeah, he needs therapy. Okay, he could have been at a young age. He's not lying. Just like me, they know he's a child. I don't believe in calling grown adults by nicknames. I don't call no adult man. Or no. At some age, you need to be an adult. Okay, have a real name. I'm just saying, okay. But I do feel like the mama saying the son keep doing it means he is a part of the problem. Okay, he is a part of the problem if he keeps doing it. Yes, I've been watching them for years. I love Nova and Chance and Jaden. Okay, well, Jaden, Chance, Carter, Nova, TJ, and Tiffany. I love the whole family. It's great. I watch them. I've been watching them for years. But it's like who do that? That's weird. Okay, a grown up bedroom consists of, okay, the bed, the dresser, maybe some candles here and there, okay, a picture on the wall, a nice big ass TV, okay, a bottle of water, okay, maybe some little pills because sometimes you get a little headache, okay, and whatnot. But I don't understand if I was child, if I was to ever be in the position to walk in some man's house who's new and he has the little, those lights, I would say, nigga, how old is you? Is this I would assume he fuck with kids. I would say, now why you got this stuff up here? But the room with the bed and the pillows and the mirror on the thing, because y'all know we all adults here. Y'all know that a mirror anywhere near your bed is for something. Okay, and it ain't for doing your hair. Okay, if there's a mirror above your bed, next to your bed, you looking at stuff while you doing stuff. Okay, just saying. Okay. So part of me feel like the mom and our son ain't shit. He keep fucking adults, and the adult women he keep fucking with is probably used to little man around here. Okay. So anyway, she was arrested. She was charged with criminal sexual conduct with a minor or attempt, because the mama didn't say that she caught him doing it, but they was in the bed. Not first of all, ain't no reason to be naked with anybody in the bed and y'all ain't doing it. Okay. No one is in the bed naked for no reason. Okay, not really. Now if y'all go together and this is a regular thing, it's a leisurely Tuesday afternoon and y'all both in the bed, child. He naked with a robe on, you naked with a robe on, y'all both is naked or whatever. That's the one thing. That's strolling and chilling. But when you at your mama house, okay, when you live with your mama, you not just naked in the bed with no man or no woman. I'm saying when you live with your mama, so that what that means to me is he was fucking that lady. They was naked for a reason. Okay, which also makes me feel like he's used to older women. His mama know it, and she gets pissed at the woman. But you also need to check your son. Because if he keep doing it, he is a part of the problem. Find out why he thinks it is okay for him to be one sexy active, let alone active with grown women, because that's just who you caught him with. That's just who you and I child child we can't find this picture. But I'm like, what does man look like? Does man look like a man? What is it? What's going on? Okay. Either way go, it would have been more fighting. It was my house. Okay. I wish I would have caught a bitch in the bed with my nephew when he was underage, my godsons, any of them. Bitch, I'm beating you up. Okay. Anyway. Y'all have your kids, just stop it, Lord. Okay, parenting. So an Airbnb. Look, I really am torn about this. Okay, an Atlanta family is going to sue an Airbnb in Florida homeowner because their 4-year-old daughter drowned in a pool while they were asleep. Now I'm like, first of all, how you gonna sue me because your child drowned because you wasn't watching them? But if you are a Airbnb or whatever house that someone rents, I think there are rules, so you have to have things for safety. But who's at fault?
State's neighborhood.
Ari Alger joined us now live with more on the emotional news conference and how Airbnb is responding. Ari?
Well, Jackie, Florida law mandates that swimming pools have to have a fence around it or another kind of barrier or alarms on the doors leading to the pool area just to prevent childhood drownings. So in this particular case, a family drove down from Atlanta. They rented this house over here behind me from Airbnb. And while the adults were sleeping in the morning, the little girl, who is autistic, managed to slip outside, fell in the pool, and the tragedy occurred.
Now, again, that whole situation is horrible. Okay. However, I feel like if Florida law says, hey, you're supposed to have a fence or whatever, something protecting the pool so that kids can't just fall in and drown, cool, that's one thing. I also feel like if you were a parent, would you want to rent a house, an Airbnb, or a space that has no safety precautions when you know you have a child, not only a child, but a special needs child? Okay, because for a 4-year-old to be able to be in a whole new space, it ain't your house. I'm saying they're in a whole new space. They get out the room, out the door, into the backyard, into the pool, because no one's watching them.
Kennedy Ray was just a preschooler. Her parents brought her to South Florida to have fun. The little girl drowned in the pool on the first day of their vacation.
I lost my child. I lost my 4-year-old. She only got 4 years here. We loved her so much. We miss her so much. I'm never gonna hear my child laugh again. I just want a hug.
As an anguished mother speaks, the pool maintenance crew shows up at the house.
Child, not pool maintenance. Now y'all is being shady.
The family's attorney says the Airbnb had no pool fence in place. The post holes were empty. And the doors to the pool were not alarmed.
So, okay, hindsight being 2020. If you know you have an autistic child, they're 4 years old, you're in a new area, and there has a pool, I would be like, I can't stay here. Okay, I can't stay here because there's no precaution for my child to not get in the pool. And if you choose to stay at an Airbnb or any, location or whatever that has no precautions for, pools and lakes or whatever, you have to be extra vigilant to be sure your child does not fall victim to the house not having something to prevent them from going into the water. Now, I'm not blaming the parents. I'm not blaming the homeowners. This is a very tragic situation. However, you also have to be aware of what's not safe for your child and then make the best decision for the child and not for the fun.
common sense, and the law requires safety measures in place, barriers, alarms, the exact type of simple things that keep Kennedy with us.
Airbnb sent us a statement saying the loss of a child is a tragedy and our hearts go out to the Ray family. Airbnb has supported recent bipartisan efforts in the Florida legislature to strengthen safety standards for all homes with pools. We also continue to work with partners on education campaigns and initiatives to promote water safety, including discounted pool fences for hosts and in-app safety tips for guests booking stays near water.
So I do wonder, like, is it an actual law they have to do that, or is it just a suggestion for them to do that in Florida? I don't know.
You're my mother, and I wouldn't want any one of you to go through this pain.
Now, I feel horrible for the mama, for the family in general. Okay, I feel horrible for the mama, for the parent in general. Yeah, I do wonder if the kid was in a separate room because, you know, a 4-year-old, then they say she's autistic, okay? You have to keep an extra eye on them, okay? So I do wonder, how was the child able to wake up, get out the house, go through the house, get to the pool, drown in the pool, and is found in the pool later on? You know, that's the question I have. You don't want it to be like, oh, the family is trying to blame the Airbnb people because, oh, you didn't have up a barrier, but you knew that and you still stayed. So, you know, again, not to, you know, beat the mama and the daddy down or whatever, but I just feel like as the parent, it's really your job to make sure your child is safe. You really can't expect the place you're staying at to try to protect your child. You know, I feel like if the pool is outside, okay, and it's a door between the outside and the pool, that's a barrier, a little bit. And if you have a child, okay, how about you make sure they're in a locked room with you? Okay, put something to prevent them from going. If there's no barrier that the house has, then you should do something. Because only you can prevent forest fires, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to be on, again, it happened on day 1. Not day 2, not day 3. You know how hard it is for an adult to learn how to get from one place to the other. A 4-year-old child finding their way to the pool really probably meant that the kid was under no supervision. That's what it feel like. We were not properly supervising our child. We expected a house to have better barriers so that we did not have to be extra responsible. And now, God forbid, the worst happened, and then the worst happened. You cannot be in new spaces and not watch your child. You can't. Again, it's a complete tragedy. It's a complete tragedy, but at the same time, you can't try to blame other people for your mistake of not being more careful. Now, could there be some accountability for the homeowners if they did not have the proper barriers up around the pool? I mean, yes, but however, if I have a baby, a child, and we go to a place that doesn't have a barrier up, I'm gonna be sure that my kid ain't by that damn pool. I'm gonna be sure that any door that leads to the pool is blocked, even if I have to put a fucking table in front of the door, because I know my kid may get up and want to open the door, but my kid can't move a table. You have to put your kids' safety first. And if the house you rented did not have any safety precautions, but they had a pool, you should not have stayed there. To me, they wanted to use the pool. They wanted a place with a pool. They didn't care it did not have any safety precautions for their child. In my opinion. And now the lawyer want to say, oh, they have to have, and I get it. Yes, if that's the law and the homeowners, didn't have it, I get that part. However, as a parent, it's really my fault. It's really my fault because if you at home, okay, and you don't lock your front door and your child leaves, you can't blame the builders who didn't put an extra lock on the front. No, bitch, you didn't watch your child. If your child wanders off somewhere, you can't then say, oh, well, the theme park didn't have a barrier between my child and the alligators. Bitch, you let your child wander off. So, again, it's a horrible tragedy, but sometimes you have to put the safety of your child above the fun time in Florida. And when you see the house you renting don't have no damn pool protection, leave. That's all. Leave, bitch. Because I'm like, why would you have to go? Why would y'all still stay there? I wouldn't have stayed, bitch. I gotta go. Now I seen this. Look, when people get caught for what they do and then they want to cry, don't cry for me, Argentina. Okay. A youth track coach gets emotional. Okay, after being sentenced to 50 years in prison for what he did to a 14-year-old girl on his team. Don't cry now, bitch.
You're saying you're waiving your right to a trial.
Yeah. 51-year-old Darius Lachey.
51? You a girl?
Became emotional in court this morning after a judge sentenced him to 50 years in prison. In February, the former youth track coach was found guilty of molesting a 14-year-old girl on his team. Court documents state Lachey had sex with the teen twice in his car and once at his apartment, where she was spending the night because of an early morning track meet.
Now, why the fuck would you do that? That's something else I do not get. Look. Y'all have to stop allowing y'all kids to be spending the nights at their teachers' houses, at their coaches' houses. No. If it's an early morning meet, then your mom and your daddy can do it. Okay.
The next day, the victim's mother spoke with reporters after he was sentenced.
He still destroyed a lot of young girls' lives and a lot of family lives, including his own.
Another accuser, once coached by Lachey, also spoke in court.
At 15 years old, I had to face trauma that no child should ever have to experience.
The woman, who was 15 while on Lachey's track team, accused the coach of grooming her.
I watched my innocence being taken from me, not by a stranger, but by someone who was supposed to guide me, protect me, and help me grow. He took a young athlete's dream and turned it into a trap.
Do you understand your way?
Prison, 50 years. Somebody booty banded him. Okay, somebody up in there get the booty banded. Okay, just saying. Okay, and every time, because when I was in high school, we were fully aware that there were I won't say no names. We were fully aware when I was in high school from 96 to 2000 that there were teachers, there were staff at our school who was engaging in unprofessional behavior with students. Okay, and I don't mean just teachers who are friendly with some of the kids and whatnot. No, because we had teachers when I was in high school who were in their early 20s. Okay. We had teachers in their early 20s in high school who would be around here, child. We had teachers. I keep bitch. Why you? Well, bitch staff. Okay, teachers, coaches, admin, all that shit, all of them. Okay, all of them. Who were and to this day, there are a couple of people on the staff who, as soon as some people graduated, fucked them. We have some who was fucking them while we was in school. Okay. And this has been going on for years. For years. So it's not surprising. But when parents allow the teachers, the coaches, or whatever to be so comfortable and so freely that you're allowing your child to spend nights at the teachers, the coaches' houses, no. Mm-mm. Now, if there's a track meet and the 15 track runners for the school is on a track meet, a field trip, and the 15 kids are in a hotel, and that's one thing. But there should never be a thing to where, oh, yeah, 2 of the kids are gonna spend the night at coach's house because they got a track meet, and I'm just saying track because that's in my head. Got a track meet at 7 a.m. No, their parents should do that. Okay. The parent should do that. And I get, you do have some really great teachers who ain't doing no funny business, but most great teachers who aren't doing any funny business would not say, well, yeah, your kid can spend the night at my house. Most good teachers who are trying to help parents will just go pick the kid up. Hey, the track meet is at 7. I'll come get him from your house at 6:45. Okay, there should never be a time when where the solution is, well, yeah, just had a child stay the night at the person. No, bitch, for what? No. So this is a time where I blame the parents because you should never allow your 14 or 15-year-old daughter to spend the night at her coach's house. No. That should not happen at the fucking all. And he up here all emotional. You did it. Look. It happens on the car rides. Yes, it does. For those nasty ass people, it does. It also happens in the school. At our school, it happened in the gym. Okay, in the dance wing, okay, in the band. It was we knew what was going on with certain people. Hey, I think one of our teachers was a goddamn stripper. Girl. Anyway, I hope his booty get taken in prison. Because he deserve it. Now, hold on. White men, is he white? Maybe he's other. Now, first of all, that's some luxurious hair down there. Okay, 27-year-old. Oh, he's Venezuelan. Venezuelan man sentenced to 40 years in prison because he killed his 81-year-old husband. You married that old coot and then killed him?
Spending the next 40 years in prison after he was convicted of murdering his 81-year-old partner. 26-year-old Alberto Cabrera stabbed Donald Waynant in the neck after their Southside home last year. There's no clear motive. Cabrera said that he felt stressed about transporting his 4-year-old son from Colombia to the United States.
You married the old man, okay, got all up in his house, okay, and then killed him. Look, this is what now look. When they say let's get rid of the criminals, this is the reasons they want to get rid of a criminal. Okay, a 27-year-old Venezuelan person killing somebody who they married. That's the reason. Like, yeah, get that one out the country. That one right there. Yeah, he don't need to be here. Okay. This is what it's supposed to be when they get the criminals out. Okay. That's who you should be looking for. Not regular Juan and Pedro. Okay. Stab that man in the 80. Can you imagine being 81 years old and you I mind your business with your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, and then the husband kill you? Yeah, he was gonna die soon anyway. Look, y'all gotta learn to just wait out the age of having entrance. Okay, some people, you 27. Even if that man lasted 10 more years, okay, let's just say he lasted 10 more years, you still in your 30s, and you know he probably had some money. He admitted to the killing of it all. Okay, insane. Again, they say motive was unclear, but Cabrera had reportedly been under stress by his young son and trying to bring him to the U.S. You had a whole 81-year-old white man helping you. Be patient, bitch. White people be lying. Here's case in point. Now, lady, do people not realize we can see you? Okay, I don't know if folk realize if you on Zoom court, a Zoom meeting, we can see you, bitch.
You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not. I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
Okay, I will pull over right
Short of us.
I will pull over right now. Bitch, first of all, if you are going to lie, cut your camera off. Okay? This said you got a bad connection. Why would you up here and say I'm the passenger, but then say, okay, I'm gonna pull over?
Us coming out to everybody's house and doing these on boats and stuff in the summer. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Oh, now I have to drive. Now, first of all, if you're a passenger, why are you watching the road? If you're the passenger, why are you watching the road? We can see your seat belt from the driver's side of the window, ma'am.
Sorry, I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on 1 second.
Am I crazy, or does it not look like you're driving that car?
I'm not driving the car. I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
Nigga. You can't even lie right.
Right-hand side. I'm sorry. I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
Bitch, we can see you. She's really acting like no one can see her driving. Okay? She's not even looking at the camera. She didn't even think to put sunglasses on so no one can see where she's looking to. Okay? She's fully watching the traffic, put on her blinker, about to turn. Bitch, we can see you.
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side. Right? You know you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
Not you stopping to look down and put the car in park. We can see you, bitch.
Let me see the driver. Let me see the driver.
She was like, what? Bitch busted.
Hang on 1 second.
Now.
I have to ask their permission.
Now.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're not in the you weren't in the driver's side. You think I'm that stupid? I'm going to go ahead and enter a default judgment. Our paperwork says that we can't have, that they can't drive. Does it not, Jennifer?
Did she get out the driver's seat to walk around to get in the passenger seat?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I took a breath in and started choking. Well, I missed what
Does
you
our
said.
paperwork not tell people that they can't be in a car?
I don't know, Your Honor. I'd have to look at it
The
again. I haven't
paperwork
looked
that
at it
I'm
in a while.
looking at, it does not say that I cannot be in a car.
I'm entering a default judgment. You lied to me. Judgment 1921-85. Send me your counsel and put in there defendant was not available at the time and then was driving a car and telling the court she was not. I'm entering a default judgment. Have a great day. Thank you.
He said, bitch, play with somebody else. Okay, you done lied to my face. I asked you a question. Why not say, yes, sir, I'm driving. I did not know I couldn't drive. Let me pull over real fast. But you gonna lie like we don't see you. Okay, he said, what side you on? The left-hand side. Bitch, that's the driver's side of the car. Okay, and then to say, wait, I have to ask the driver, why they so quiet? You then get out the car, the driver's side of the car, as if no one could see you, and it now cost you $1,900. And no tea, no shade, it looked like she may not have the 19. I'm like, we can see you.
I'm a passenger in a car.
You're
and it's like a passenger. That's the driver's side, bitch.
Still not. I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
Okay, I will pull over right now.
Short of us coming out to everybody's house and doing these on boats and stuff in the summer, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on 1 second.
He looking like, am I high? I'm not high, huh? Am I drunk? I think she's driving.
Am I crazy or does it not look like you're driving that car?
I'm not driving the car. I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
Right-hand side. I'm sorry. I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
They're like, no, the bitch driving.
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side. Right? You know you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
Let me see the driver. Let me see the driver.
Hang on 1 second.
Now.
I have to ask their permission.
Now.
They can hear you. If the driver in the car, they would hear the conversation.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're not in the you weren't in the driver's side. You think I'm that stupid?
Jail, default judgment. Y'all can't look. You can lie to a lot of people. Okay, you should not lie to the judge when you're on camera and he can see you. We can all see you. And it costs you $1,900. Okay. Look, I saw this post. Okay, where it says a woman allegedly hired immigrants to do a $10,000 roofing job. Okay, and they called ICE and it was time to pay them. I said, bitch, what? Now all of the video was in Spanish.
Nos rodearon.
So I don't know what they're saying. Okay, they're all speaking Spanish. So I sound on that, okay? However, I commented and I said, look, all I know is if someone hired me to do their roof, okay, and they then called the police, the federales, on me, all I know is the roof the roof will be on fire. We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn. Okay. Now I was upset. Okay. Because I'm like, now why would you do that? Now why would your tackhead ass call the federales, okay, on the people you hired to repair your roof? Okay. When it was time to pay them. Now again, because this is all in Spanish, I don't know what no one's saying. Okay. I don't know if they're saying in Spanish, yeah, she was supposed to pay us and we ain't get our money. Okay, and we ain't got our money, and then we showed up for our money, and then the police is here. Now you do see at one point it's like a white woman. Yeah, little white woman. How they got them sitting down there, girl. Right here. So there's a white woman right here. Okay.
Go! Get out of here!
God bless America, bro!
Not God bless America. So, roof was being redone. Allegedly did not pay them people. Called the police on the vote. Now, TMZ then said, but they be lying with that. TMZ said the Maryland homeowner was a Maryland child. The Maryland homeowner who hired some migrants to replace her roof didn't rat them out the ice. The feds said, we tracked them down ourselves. The feds be lying. Okay, you can't believe the feds. Okay, liars. I feel like you want us to believe that you just so happen to catch roofers working on someone's roof and you caught them before they can get paid. All I know is, okay, all I know is if her roof catch on fire, I don't want no one to have no water. Okay, let it burn down. Okay, let it burn down. Because you can't just show up to someone's house looking, somebody call the peoples. Okay, that is a random rural area. They would not come get them at someone's house. They would probably come get them at the business site they work at to get more of. Okay, I would be like, ma'am, your house is going to probably catch on fire if you don't help us get out of this. Okay, but we shall see. Again, I don't speak language, so I don't know. Okay, lastly, has it been over an hour? Lord, it's been an hour. Okay, the USPS warns mail delivery could completely stop by 2027 as money runs out. Look, I saw this the other day, and my first thought was, I don't really get a lot of mail anyway. Okay. I don't want to, have anyone lose their jobs. I don't want anyone to, no longer be able to afford whatever they can afford. But I get more junk mail than mail. Okay. And I just feel like, can they do something else? If they can't deliver the mail, if they can't bring me the junk mail, okay, and the ass I don't want to give to myself, I throw them away. Like I said, I'm trying to say new stuff as I'm talking. Let them do something else, Jesus. Okay, let them do something else because I don't really need the mail. I got a PO box. Would the PO box still work? Can I still go to the post? Or truthfully, the post office could say, "Hey, y'all, come to the post office once a week and get all your mail." Come on and get it, okay? But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe don't have people deliver mail every day. Maybe if there's not enough money to have people get mail every day. Okay, the mail come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Maybe try to, and again, stop bringing me junk mail. Okay, I don't want the junk mail. That's what's crazy to me. I don't need the sales papers, the ads. I don't need any of that shit. Maybe that helps for, I don't know. Okay. But the post office said, hey, we don't know because ain't no more money. Can you just make some more money? It's the USPS has not turned a profit since I never thought that the post office had to make profit. I'm like, isn't that like a government, like entity? The Postmaster General said at the current rate, USPS could be out of cash in less than a year, meaning delivery could start shutting down if nothing changes. Okay, if Congress stepped in, they're saying mail service could completely stop. If they don't step in, it could completely stop by 2027. No letters, no packages, nothing. They've been losing money for years with billions already gone. They lost $9 billion last year. How? How does a post office lose? Like, is someone stealing boxes? I would wonder. How do they lose $9 billion? Yeah, I'm like, I don't think the post office is supposed to be a money making service. Look, my PO box. How much was mine? I think mine was like $180, and I have a little small box. I don't even have the bigger boxes. Girl, look, I barely get my mail on time. Okay, sometimes they put the wrong person stuff in my bill. I'm like, I don't want this shit. Either way, look, I hope the post office gets it together. Somebody give them some money. Somebody lend them the monies. Okay, now y'all take a good 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying, and like this video because I asked y'all to, because it's a nice thing to do. And we're back. So, the one last story I forgot to do. Child, Brene. Brene, who was a TikToker, was sued by her husband's wife, or she was sued by her husband's ex-wife for alienation of affection. She won, girl. The ex-wife won 1.9 mil. Oh no, 1.75 mil. My girl, okay. So that happened like late last year, maybe early this year. So Brene tried to say, hey, this lawsuit ruined my life. Okay, I don't have no money. I'm losing deals. I don't know what to do. What's going on? Okay, but it's this husband stealing lawsuit. It ruined my income. Okay, so she tried because again she owed 1.7. Girl, her and Tasha K gonna learn. She owed 1.7 million to Akira, who was her current husband's ex-wife. Akira and her husband was having some little bit of issues and whatnot. However, he was still cheating on his wife with Brene. It was a whole thing. We discussed it before. I will not get back into it. Okay. And she got sued for that and got the money. Okay. So Brene was saying, hey, I can't afford the 1.7. Can we pause it? I'm appealing the case. So can we pause me having to pay her? Because I'm appealing the case. Now I feel like she's gonna lose her appeal. Because girl, it was proof of all the things you did. So you can't make it seem as if, oh, well, the case wasn't fair and I should get a retrial, girl, whatever. So she asked the judge, hey, can you pause me paying the 1.7 mil? while the case is in appeal status. Okay. Again, because she won it back in 2025. So the judge said, cool, we can pause you paying the 1.75. However, to do that, you got to pay her for $40,000. So you want to pause the 1.75 mil? Cool. You have to pay her $40,000 while it's in the I said, bitch, that's girl. Do I need to find somebody's husband? And no, because that's how she has sued. I need to get married. Okay, allow or let my husband cheat a little bit, act like I don't know, and then sue. My point is that how I get my 40K? Okay. Now, in the testimony of her asking for the pause during the appeal, she said the lawsuit damaged her brand, partnerships, and income, saying people make a video about me every day and never stops. Okay. She also brings up how she has a lot of online backlash, a lot of legal fees that's impacted her finances. The Akira, okay, said, hey, I'm also facing a financial strain. Okay, I'm $100,000 in debt, basically because of a lawyer fees, and that's crazy. You went to court and you are in debt for lawyer fees. $100,000, girl, that's not a buddy. Not a buddy. Okay, so even though she won 1.75 mil, she's about $100,000 in debt. She said mostly from attorney fees. Okay. I'm like, girl, then was it worth it for anyone? So the judge said bad publicity is better than no publicity before urging both sides to de-escalate, blah, blah, blah. Either way, that don't even matter because the judge said, girl, pay that lady the $40,000. We are ordering you to pay her $40,000 immediately while you're appealing. Oh, it's 1.9 mil at this point in time. 1.9 mil. Okay. They said the girl had offered, hey, can I pay her $10,000? The judge said no, 40. Run the 40. Okay. Again, they said Kennard was who was Brianna. Was it Brianna? What's her name, girl? What's her name? Brene. Brene was that her income had taken a hit. However, she claimed that she has household bills, including an $800 an $800 monthly car payment. Girl, you better sell that car. She's claiming she's covering household bills, including an $800 monthly car payment. She also spends hundreds at Amazon and Ulta because it's a part of her job. Well, technically, if you are an influencer, and if you are buying things that you're using for your business, that's a write-off at the end of the year. If it's strictly for your business. Just saying, okay? Anyway, the judge said, well, technically your income hasn't really changed. So you trying to claim this hardship and how much your income has changed, it hasn't that much. Pay the $40,000. Okay. I'm like, girl, look, y'all, the dick ain't never worth it. I don't know why anyone don't let y'all know. Don't you allow no man to get you in debt. Because at this point in time, that man got 2 women in debt. 2. His ex-wife was in debt from the lawsuit, and his current wife is in debt for owing the ex-wife. And that's insane. Okay, can I find Tim and Brene? Hold on, here they go. He ain't wearing no turtleneck. Okay, that's Brene and Tim. So that is the husband who got his wife on, his ex-wife, the 1.9 mil. Okay, but also has an ex-wife in debt because of the lawyer fees she incurred suing his current wife. Okay, so to have a dick, have 2 women be in debt is insane. Just saying, y'all, the dick is never worth it, and I don't know how many other ways I can tell y'all that. Okay, even good dick ain't worth it. Not today, not ever. Now, happy birthday to Mariah, and I don't know how old she is. Hey Siri, how old is Mariah Carey? She's 57, so happy 57th birthday. You know, Mariah always says she has anniversaries and not birthdays. So happy 57th anniversary to Mariah Carey. Okay. Also happy 51st birthday to Juvenile Juve. Okay. Happy birthday to him. Look, this thing say Juvenile been fine. Juvenile was handsome when he was younger. However, them dirty ass gold teeth and them burnt ass lips never did it for me. I hate men who smoke and they have dark lips. That's unattractive to me. That means you smoke weed. People who have the dark smoker lips mean you smoke weed down to the brim. And you burn your fingers and your lips. Okay? I don't like it. But Juvenile's actual features, he's a very handsome man. He's always been a handsome man. I just always hated his burnt lips from smoking and them ugly ass gold teeth. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. However, the grown man, he is. Look at them lips. Look, girl, burnt up blunt lips. But he's handsome. But also not only that, Juvenile just looks more handsome now. He seems clean now. He takes baths every day, bitch. Okay. If he do smoke weed, he don't have to smoke weed to the brim of the roach. Okay, he can put it out and not care. His fingers ain't burnt. Okay, but happy birthday to Juvenile, love him. Congratulations to Paul Pierce. Okay, Paul Pierce hit with a $30,000 a month child support demand. I say, child, you out of Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce getting a new baby. And hey Siri, how old is Paul Pierce? He's 48. I don't know why people be grown adult people and be getting people. I told y'all, ain't no babies being born around here. Okay, safe haven. Okay, not today. Don't want. Okay, the only way I would ever have, I'm gonna adopt a child. Okay, I'm not gonna birth one. Okay, no. Okay, anyway, Paul Pierce hit with a $30K a month child support demand after allegedly fathering a newborn. Okay, newborn. Now the lady right there said, "Give me my money." Okay, per TMZ Sports, Princess Santiago claimed that Paul Pierce is the father of her newborn child and is requesting sole legal and physical custody, along with monthly child support totaling $29,800. What's the number? $29,811. She's also asking the court to award her $100,000 to cover legal fees, and again pushing for a DNA test to confirm. Wait, hold on. I got a question. If you're asking for a DNA test, I feel like no one should be able to ask for child support money if they also need to confirm who the daddy is. I do feel like if one person, well, that's not because some niggas will say I ain't the daddy just to avoid paying. Because some niggas is deadbeats. And niggas can be men, can be black or white. Okay. Nigga don't mean black. Just saying. My point is, anybody who requires a DNA test, I don't think anyone should be able to request child support directly, but maybe the money go like in an escrow account. And then if that's your child, boom, mama get back child support. Okay. However, we don't really like Paul Pierce. Okay. Paul Pierce is a bit of an asshole. Okay. He's a bit of a wild child or whatever. Okay. It says that Initiative Santiago wants Pierce to cover half of all reasonable expenses. That's fine. Tied to her pregnancy. That's fine. The pregnancy, the birth, and post-birth care, which she says amounts to about $18,846. In her filing, she says Pierce earned approximately $195 million to $200. How she know that man's income? You know how crazy it is. Hey, you know what? This is that. He worked in the NBA from 98 to 2017. He told about 195 million to 203 million. So I should get 30,000 a month. Bitch, how you know? I don't feel like anybody who gets pregnant by anybody. Okay. I mean, in the world, correct? In the world, correct? No one should be able to get knocked up from random sex unless you're in an actual relationship where y'all live together, y'all are in a relationship of some sorts, and he is, you're used to his lifestyle. You can't fuck me once or twice or here and there and then feel you can get money from back when I was playing ball back in 98, bitch. If I played from 98 to 2017 and you got pregnant by me in 2026, you can't count my yesterday's money, bitch. And this is no tea, no, this is, look. Huh. That's crazy for someone to say, Judge, look, from 98 to 2017, he made all this money. I mean, I know he's knocking me up in 2026, but I'm just saying he got money in the bank. Okay, he has money in the bank. He should have to give me the money from 98 to no, that don't make no sense in my head. Why would you, girl? Why the fuck would you? Okay. Why would you? Okay. I said I was with her for saying, hey, pay half of the fees it cost me for the pregnancy. Okay, because that's what it is. But you can't then say, well, Judge, okay, he earned 195 million from 98 to 2017. That don't matter. You got knocked up in 2026. That was 9 years ago. Okay. She also claimed that Paul has publicly stated that during his NBA career, he made enough money to endorsements that he did not have to use his NBA salary. Girl, what does that have to do with you? Now, also, Paul Pierce, your fault, fool. Y'all be around here fucking whoever. If you have that kind of money, you should never go condomless. You should never go condomless. Okay? Or if you have that kind of money, snip, snip. Okay? If you want to fuck hoes raw and don't want to pay for the baby, get a vasectomy. You can't have it. You can't have it both ways. You can't want to be a rich, wealthy athlete, fuck girls with no condoms, and then think if you knock them up, it's gonna be easy. It won't be. If you want to have raw, amazing sex with strangers, have a vasectomy. So while she ain't shit for mentioning that man paid from back in 98, he dumb as fuck for fucking somebody and he that fucking rich. Girl, you better take your ass to the divorce court. Well, not divorce court, child. He done divorce. To paternity court, get a DNA test and see who was the daddy. Okay, and then cough up the monies. Because I'm like, why would you do that? Oh, Morris Chestnut, Morris Chestnut is cursed. Every TV show that Morris Chestnut stars in only goes 1 or 2 seasons, okay? And while I think Morris Chestnut is an amazing actor, I also know that when I end up liking a show he's on, the shit don't ever last, okay? And I'm not trying to be funny. It's just the truth, okay? Watson, which was on CBS, just got canceled. And they just had their second season is in right now. So the show is canceled. They will not get a 3rd season. Okay. That's one thing. Okay. He was on the show Rosewood. Rosewood had 2 seasons. Got canceled. Okay. He was on, what was the other show he was on? He had another show beside that. Oh, that what was it called? It was him with Yaya DaCosta. Oh, and it's not on his the thing. The show he had, well, yeah, know that lasted one season. Every time he is on, yeah, I watch for Watson. Our kind of people. That show got canceled. The shows he have be good shows. They do. They be good shows. You know what I'm saying? Because I was pissed when they canceled Our Kind of People. That made me mad. It was such a good show. I was surprised Watson got a season 2 because usually his shows don't last, and I don't know why. When he was on, I was scared about him being on Reasonable Doubt. Get him the fuck out. But luckily, he wasn't like a star of that show. He was a guest star on a season, and he delivered on a season 2. We do not need him back for season 3. So that show got canceled. Also, the show called DMV. That was a new show on CBS. It got canceled too. But yeah, Morris Chestnut is cursed. Every TV show that he stars in as the main character, it gets canceled. Now, technically, Watson was just a different version of Rosewood, because Rosewood, he was also a doctor or whatever, and this one he's also a doctor and whatnot. But yeah, it canceled. It's canceled. Okay, we need, sir, maybe stick to movies. Okay, go ahead and do. Y'all need to go ahead and do another season of The Best Man. That's what we need. Okay. The show he had back in the day, Out All Night, canceled. Okay. He was on All American. Now that's canceled. I think they have one season left. Either way go, if we see Morris on the theme, on the intro, it's gonna get canceled. And this is sad. We don't like it. Let me scroll down. Hold on. Let's do the verses. So the verses last night was fucking hilarious. Okay, I am still cracking up laughing today. Okay, we still think about Tyrese's turtleneck.
He's changing clothes. Probably putting on another. Oh, now it's the jacket with the suede lapel. You switch from the shiny. Off you got a suede lapel. But you still got on that turtleneck. You recycle that turtleneck. You should take off that turtleneck. Anytime you feel like a takeoff, that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Hallelujah, fan them down. Turtleneck. Oh, break it down, whisper it. Turtleneck. Oh, whisper it. Turtleneck. Turtleneck. Never a good.
Fucking hilarious. Okay, I have been cracking up with that song in my head all day. Okay. So the verses happened last night. There were some videos of them after the verses.
Close up. I don't want a 2 shot, just a 1 shot. Focus on the champion. Focus on the champ. There you go. Get that 1 shot. Y'all got a nigga back with headphones on, baby. I just hit the reset 30 years later. Oh, yesterday's price is not.
Hey, Tank, man, it was great, brother. It was great.
He's so fucking extra.
Call Mona Scott Young, nigga. If she call you back, it's because you got the number right.
I love his.
Also, folks said Tank was not wearing a toupee. The hair wasn't fake. That Tank dyes his hair. So because he dyes his hair, that's why the edges look a little bit funny. That isn't a dye.
Energy. That's it. You gotta look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Dancing. Look. He's in a good mood. Nobody's taking a loss this well ever. Nobody's ever taken a loss this well. You can't write this shit. He is dancing to the hell. Hey, look, man. First was a great night.
You lost the
So at least after losing the verses, Tyrese was in a good mood. That is great and whatnot. They were showing them rehearsing. We know since watching the verses, Tyrese didn't really practice.
It's in my contract. He's got to go. You about to run out of time. No one was here to interrupt your rehearsals. Well, you're late. You know what? I'm gonna leave because I feel like I'm making them nervous. Watch it go.
Tank. Look, Tyrese to me did not practice enough. It was kind of weird and whatnot. Again, I did not watch or write any songs down, but everyone loved the verse. It was a great time and whatnot. Tyrese sounded great. Tank sounded great. After verses, he was leaving outside and enjoying the time.
I'm waiting on valet parking. What an amazing moment for R&B, man. Thank y'all so much. So honored and grateful. This was so much fucking fun. I've never done nothing like this in my life, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. He gonna come outside and this nigga gonna be jumping up and down. The champ is here. I'm like, no, nigga, the champ has already pulled off, bro. Valet!
Now, Tyrese also, I think I got it down. Tyrese left the verses, and I save it. Tyrese went to I must not have kept it. Because Tyrese had posted that he was going to In-N-Out Burger because he said that's what winners do. Either way it go, it was a good time. I thought I had here we go here.
Man, listen. I'm just sticking to tradition. You know what I'm saying? When you win, you gotta do what winners do.
Now, that's because after Michael B. Jordan won his Oscar, he went to In-N-Out Burger. So Tyrese trying to say that he won the verses, so he went to In-N-Out Burger.
You know what I'm saying? Security in tow. Done.
I'd be like, nigga, don't bring me an In-N-Out Burger in my leopard print outfit.
Hold that down for you 1 second. You said champion dress. I see these bell bottoms. See? When you win, you gotta follow that win. Come on, babe. When you win, you gotta follow that win and do what champions do.
She like, why are we here? What are we doing? I want to go home. I don't want to be here.
No, we good. The line is a little long. Brother Mark, you got us, right? What's that? You gonna get us? We good.
You can't get in, girl. Tyrese lost. Now, also, I want to get to Ray J. Well, no, because Ray J had comments about it.
Hey, yo, I ain't seen the whole verses, but I know Tyrese was trash. You know, Tyrese was worse than I was on verses, you know, and I could feel it. I could just feel the turtleneck and the anxiety. And
did Ray J see himself on the verses? I know it happened. That was a couple years ago at this point. Did Ray J see himself on the verses? I really feel like he has to understand, sir, you were horrible.
in his voice and in his mood, Tyrese was trash. I think Tank won. And that's before I even finished watching it, but I can feel the anxiety and the insecurity in Tyrese's voice and his look and his mannerism. Tyrese is completely trash. He always has been. I didn't just say it, The Rock said it as well.
The Rock, like Dwayne Rock Johnson?
Even though he's from Watts, it's just, I think there's much more talented people from Watts that should have got a chance to drink the Coca-Cola bottle and experience love and life. I mean, this is a dude that almost, well, hey, yo, I ain't seen that definitely cost Dr. Dre $300 million, and he just got his $1 billion back. And even though I'm crazy, and yeah, I'm nobody to be saying nothing about nobody on verses, but Tyrese's verses was worse than mine.
How high do y'all think Ray J is right now? Okay, is it just pills, or is it pills and potions? I'm just wondering.
And I think that Brandy is his friend, so you know it's all good. But I think Tyrese was trash tonight. Just completely horrible and scary. And, I know it was about celebration, but I think tonight it was about hesitation, and it was about rotation. It was about like, I don't know, man. I don't want to say nothing crazy, but Tyrese was trash.
Wish to have a fancy car. Wish to have $1 million bucks. Go. Well, I wish I don't be in love.
This Ray J?
Me, pretty babe.
This your best?
I make one wish and I
the one wish version holding the baby?
Wish it all on you. Wish to have a fancy car. Making love to the break of dawn. Me and you to the baby's born.
You won the verse, Ray J. Now why would you do that? Now, Ray J, why would you say that? Now, do I think Ray J trolling? Absolutely. You know, does Ray J say things to get people's attention because he ain't got shit else to do? Yes, he does. He absolutely does, okay? But again, to compare yourself to Tyrese, it's a bit stupid. But Ray J is always a bit crazy, okay? Case in point, I don't know why Ray J and Kim Kardashian sex tape keeps coming up in 2026. Okay, I don't. The sex tape happened in 2007. Okay, that was 19 years ago. Okay, that was 19 years ago. Okay, but Ray J was reportedly paid $6 million to settle disputes with Kim and them in that old ass, boring ass, lackluster ass sex tape. Okay, look, 19 years ago. The sex people was having 19 years ago is different now. I don't know why anyone even cares about what happened back then, okay? The fact that they had TMZ for some reason, okay, put out the documents from a 2023 settlement between Ray and Kim Kardashian, okay? I'm like, bitch, I'm not reading none of this. Okay, I don't care what none of it says because it's about a 19-year-old sex tape. Now, the key thing that they said, the Ball Alert said was the 2023. That was 3 years ago. Okay, that was 3 years ago. Okay, the settlement for the 2023 secret agreement was designed to resolve years of legal tension between, Ray and Kim and damn tape. It also included signatures from Kris Jenner, Kim's mama, okay, Sandra Norwood, Ray J's mama, okay, locking all parties into a confidential deal meant to close the chapter for good. So if y'all had a settlement agreement 3 years ago, why is anyone speaking about it now? Why is Ray speaking? Why is Kim? Girl. Okay. The agreement did more than exchange money. It enforced a mutual release of claims and by everyone involved from speaking negatively about the other person's reputation or business. However, that didn't hold Ray J up from a lawsuit in 2025 claiming the deal was violated after the tape was discussed on Hulu's card. Oh, that's why. Well, you know what? If we signed a deal in 2023 that neither one of us would discuss it, and if y'all discussed it on your show in 2025, I would sue. If they discussed the tape or Ray J or anything about the tape and Ray J and Ray J's penis being in her mouth, he should sue because that would mean they broke the agreement. Okay. It says while Kim her mama did not any role in releasing the tape, blah 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 blah. All I know is, girl, fuck that tape. She done had 8 marriages then. Ray J still married to Prinky. Okay, that's around there. Girl, don't really care. Now, Kim said she wanted to do something good for people so they'll forget that she was fucking Ray J a long time ago. Kim said, I'm going to auction off my wardrobe from show All's Fair to help fund free legal services for women. Kim said, stop asking me for money. I'll sell some stuff. Okay. I do not want to spend my own money. I'm going to sell these clothes from a TV show was on. Okay. I'm going to auction them off, and that way the money can go there. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Kim said I was on the show as a lawyer who firsthand sees the legal system and blah, blah, blah. It can either empower women or leave them behind. But in the real world, okay, there's a private justice this Friday, the March 27th. So that's today. I'm auctioning off my season 1 wardrobe from All's Fair to help close the gap. 100% of net sales will go directly to the Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles to fund their free legal service for women. Okay, so come buy the clothes. Okay, come buy the clothes. Now, is that a good thing? Yes. Okay, that means rich people, because them outfits probably wasn't cheap. Kim said, I'm not spending any more of my money. Okay, I have clothes that I've worn that I won't wear again. I can sell to help y'all. That's a good thing. You know, I can't knock it. It's a good thing. Okay. Kim wants to be this better person, this lawyer, this helper of underprivileged individuals, and that's a great thing. But girl, I guess. Now, also the Kardashian people, I saw this and I just laughed. Khloe Kardashian said she instantly recognized disgusting crack smell before catching Lamar Odom in the act. I feel like, how did Khloe know what crack smelled like? You know, Khloe is opening up about a shocking unformed past with Lamar, revealing she once physically confronted him after discovering drug use following his near-fatal overdose. In the docuseries, The Death and Life of Lamar Odom, she recalled finding Lamar smoking crack inside a home she had rented for him while helping him recover. At this point, Lamar can barely talk. He can speak a little bit, but it's more like, and everything delayed. He wasn't able to take a shower on his own. And how did he get crack? How can someone who can't take a shower on their own get crack in the house to smoke it? She said, once you know the smell of crack, it's the most identifiable, disgusting smell, and there's nothing that you can confuse with. So he was always like, how many times? So Lamar was smoking crack in the mansion. I believe I smelled crack one time. I think I've told this story before. Years ago, the bad guy who was at my friend's house, and her mama was a crackhead. May she rest in peace. Okay, well, she not crack, she's dead, but she was a crackhead, and the bad guy was a drug dealer. Okay, and they were at the house chilling, and her mama went in the bathroom And the bad guy also went in the bathroom. And then there was this smell that I had never smelled it before. And I was like, why the fuck is he in the bathroom with her mama? She's a crackhead. And what is that smell? And I was like, I wonder if she paid him to go get her some crack. And so when she came out the bathroom, she seemed high. She wasn't high when she went in the bathroom, but she was high when she came out the bathroom. And then when me and him left, me and the bad guy left, I was like, did you give her crack? I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? Because then he smelled like nothing, because he was going to the house, he was going to change clothes. And I was like, why was you in the bathroom with so-and-so mama? And what was that smell? Like, was it drugs? He was like, what? I'm like, I said, I've never smelled that smell before. Was it because I knew the mama was a crackhead? And he never told me what drug it was. He just said, man, you tripping, cut it out. And that was really it or whatever. But if that's crack, it is a very distinct, horrible, weird smell. Okay? But I still wonder, why was Lamar able to get crack if he can't talk, he can't walk? She confronted him, and I remember slowly tiptoeing upstairs. So, smoking crack, and I just punched. You punch in the face. You can't be punching on crackhead. And once you know your husband's a crackhead, I feel like just let it go. You can't stop a crackhead from being a crackhead. Only they can. Okay. And if they can't walk or talk on their own, but they were able to get crack in the house, I don't even know what you need to smoke crack. Because on a TV show, they be having spoons, bitch, and they be having needles. They be having little mason jar. They be having little pen. I don't know. So like does crack dealers? I should have asked this question a long time ago. Like, does crack dealers give you crack pipes? Does a crack pipe come with the crack cocaine? I just wonder. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. Because if he can't walk or talk on his own, who brought him a crack pipe? And if you know, hey, he's a crackhead, let him be a crackhead, because he ain't gonna want to change. I've lived. I have not told y'all half of the stories of my living. The things I've seen, the things I've done, the things I've witnessed, the things, you know what I'm saying? I keep some stuff to myself because I don't want to incriminate nobody. Not today, not ever. Okay. Every once in a while I let stuff slip and I discuss and whatnot, but that's it. Look, jokey joke. Okay. Look, we all love a good reading. Okay. Look, Tasha K still owes Cardi B the full meal. Okay. And for some reason, Kaya went off on Tasha K. And Maddie of all people posted it. Listen up.
Okay, Woody Woodpecker. You know what? They've been sending a lot of stuff in on you, Woody. And all I can do is just sit back and shake my head. Because I don't
Woody Woodpecker.
I don't know what's going on. So now Nick Van Dyke is tipping you like you her personal stripper is what we the people say. You making GoFundMes out here begging for money. Your house is up for sale. Your cars is getting repoed. You in here crying, telling all your business because they say Cardi Flee is after your money. She said she done had enough of you talk about her and when all you had to do was put duct tape on your beak and shit the fuck up and leave that goddamn.
Bitch, duct tape on the beak because she's Woody Woodpecker?
Damn girl alone to take that shit down when they asked you the first fucking time. The bitch asked me to take it down. Okay, it's coming down. I ain't getting ready to pay no $4.5 million. Okay, we gonna gag and then we gonna take it down. a gag order. Now you running around like a Timu Samoa is what we the people say doing stand-up comedy that ain't nobody, and I do mean nobody is coming to telling jokes that ain't nobody laughing at, and the people are gagging because we laughing at you. Now you out here in these streets telling all your business for sympathy that ain't nobody giving. You yelling uncle, creating GoFundMe accounts, and the people are gagging because we know that took a lot out of you, knowing damn well your winos ain't got no goddamn shit money. I don't know why you created it in the first place, but they say you raised $10,000, and the bankruptcy court gonna want to know about that too.
Now her winos is broke.
You got a whole lot of nerve asking your drunks to pay your debt. You know what, Woody Woodpecker? I thought you had a husband who took care of you. Child. He said, get money, bitch. Anyway, that you can, because he ain't got it, but Bachi B wants it. She wants to pull up all the accounts. She want to know where the money at, all the offshore accounts. They say you've been hiding money in your pussy. She wants your pussy lips open. She want to see what's going on. You know what? Why y'all demons always fucking with folks? I don't understand. Then playing the victim is beyond me when you always making the victims, and all you had to do was shut the fuck up. We not mad at you. We gagging at you, girl, because you bought all this on yourself. Talk about I was my own enemy, girl. Child, now you see the queen know the shit. Everything I say gonna be the motherfucking truth, girl.
Well, look, I don't watch Kaya, but can somebody get Kaya a telephone stand so that her written down reads can be in front of her and she can just read it and not? I'm just saying.
And you, on the other hand, you still ain't learned. Girl, child, no wonder you bloated and your hair falling out. Bitch, okay.
Why she bloated and going bald?
And you want to borrow my ice cream van, a gag order to sell snow cones and pussy on the side? Because they're coming to get your car, your house, your wine bottle, your bank account, and your black ass for hiding money in them offshore accounts. If you have been doing it, Bachi B said her lawyers is going to find out. And we knew it. Okay, child, it's been 9 years of running your beak and you still ain't shut up yet. Now you crying for help. You chapter 11 fouling ass bitch. Ain't no help coming for you. Whole FEMA is closed.
Not FEMA closed. Now it's emergency hurricane season.
Out of control. Bachi B is singing, bitch better have my money. Okay? Gag order child. Tasha K says she cannot fake this shit no more. She needs help. I need somebody's help. And Clarence and Boosie. Clarence Shields and Lil Boosie say you keep talking, they're gonna sue your ass too. Girl, you're gonna be
not Clarence Shields. Girl, I said, who the fuck is Clarence? Girl, she mean Clarissa. Girl.
Man, everybody, shut your beat. You ain't gonna never see no checks, Tasha K. You just working to pay your debt. In that order.
First of all, Carter girl. Woody Woodpecker, between Woody Woodpecker, okay, FEMA clothes, okay, she gonna be using the ice cream truck to sell coochie and snow cones. What? Now, why would you do that? Now, why would you do that, girl? And I'm like, girl, she called Bachi B. Now she shaded Cardi B, Tasha K, Nicki Minaj, Clarissa. She shaded she kind of shaded some more. Because today she's a Timu, not a Timu some more. Girl. Tasha K has raised $13,518. Okay. Someone gave $600 one day. Okay, $600, $100. Again, she got the, you know what I'm saying? They trying to give more and more money. Okay, more and more money. Anyway, but did anybody here? Did any of y'all donate to Tasha K GoFundMe? I just wonder. I did not. I saved the link because I'm nosy and I want to know how much she gonna raise. I want to see if she gonna hit. I want to see if she gonna hit the whole little, 3.5. I'm just wondering. Okay, I'll be wondering or whatever. But yeah. Kaya said, "Ho, just shut up." Okay, shut up. Tiny's on like a little promotional tour because she did an episode of Uncensored, so she's promoting the Uncensored episode that she's doing. And of course, at the Club, it asked her about the T.I. 50 Cent, Damani King beef.
Recently saw you talk about Damani being, edgy, King. We saw their responses with the whole 50 Cent situation. And I heard T.I. say how he didn't like to see them do that. How did you feel when you saw Damani and King hopping online?
And remember, y'all, Damani is technically Tiny's stepson. You know, Damani, Messiah, and Deja all have, you know, different. They all have different moms. Wait, yeah, I believe they all. Maybe Damani and Messiah had the same mama, but I know Deja mama different. Either way go, Tiny ain't they mamas. Okay, Tiny is only King, Major, and Eris's mom, and of course I need
to defend you with 50 Cent.
It was a, you know, proud moment that they wanted to speak up for their mom, but and I felt like the songs was really good, especially the money when he went in with the Miss Jackson. I was like, dang, where did this come from? This is amazing. So but King, you know, my son, and
King is a crazy kid. King is the kid who's gonna go for his mama all day.
He took it very personal, and he just was like going so far. And I kept calling King, take this down right now. He was like, nah, I can't, mama.
And again, at the end of the day, 50 Cent started it. Okay, so Damani and Messiah had the same mama. Then Deja got her own mama. And then it's Tiny. So T.I. has two baby mamas and his wife. And then Tiny has her husband and then one baby daddy. Because Zanique daddy, Zebo, you know, that's who Zanique's daddy is, Zebo.
And I'm like, what? And I just couldn't get him to listen to me. Like, he's like, nah. I mean, I was like, listen, this child ain't had nothing to do with nothing. He said, and you didn't have nothing to do with nothing. So I was like, okay.
And that's true. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
You know, because then I see something else. Can you please take the video down with the shirt on? He's like, nah, I got this, Mom. You're just going to have to stay down. Because, you know, you should not have been dragged in this.
You should not.
He was like, you know, I could have said something about, you know, I know he loves his grandmama, but he didn't talk about my grandma, so I didn't talk about his grandma. So
fair game. You know what I'm saying? What I like about the whole thing is King just returned fire. You know, 50 was beefing with T.I., chose to throw shots at Tiny, who is T.I.'s wife, and King and their mama. Okay? So it's only fair if I'm going to return fire, I'm going to discuss your mama. Your mama just happens to be dead. That ain't my fault. Okay? Your mama dead. That's the killer's fault. But you should not talk about my mama. And then King got the shirts copywritten. King also got I think he filed for a trademark for like Miss Jackson weed stuff or whatever, because he has a weed line where he has the mama's face as the brand. I say, bitch, why would you do that? But again, it's the equivalent of you started it. You came at my mama like it was cool, and then, you know, attempted to not want to back down when you knew you were wrong. You knew you were wrong. So yes, fuck your dead mama. Okay, it ain't. If your mama was alive, I would say that. And his point is even saying I can't discuss his not. Now technically, King could have went for the grandmama because 50 Cent always felt like his grandmama was his mama. So I would have hit him with a double whammy. Okay, fuck your dead mama and your grandmama too. Okay, because she raised you. That's just me. When you come for one person in my family, to me, that means your whole family is up for grabs. Okay. And I appreciate King saying, no, he want to play. Let's play. Cool. I ain't going to stop. Now, when T.I. said once, you know, King did the pictures with the dead mom on the shirt, T.I. said, okay, that's enough. I think the reason T.I. did that was because I think T.I. was like, I don't want 50 Cent putting my sister who's dead on a shirt. Because if you do that, I'm a killer. I'm a killer. Okay, but Tiny, King did good. We appreciate King for what he did. It was needed. Okay, the white wife, they're still going through a divorce, and Amy's out here looking for attention. A little bit. Okay, she said somebody DM me and said, "Amy, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Amy?" I'm like, first of all, ain't nobody's the first part. If they sent you that as a joke, that was funny. Okay, she said, I needed that laugh. I am very sad right now, but I'm slowly getting back up. Even during the storm, God is in the room with me. Okay, don't forget that. I'm actually around here, captivated by what God is showing me during the storm. It's a weird experience. It is. Okay. It feels like death, but a beautiful rebirth. I'm listening though. I got this. You got this. Amy, that would sound amazing. However, okay. Mm. Amy, that will be all fine and good if there was not already a full-fledged informational available the Carfax on Dwight was already available before you got with him. So you already was told about how bad he was and how difficult he could be, how controlling he could be, and how he wrecked people's lives, how he, wrecked the women he's dealt with lives up. You know what I'm saying? You knew this, and when Royce tried to tell you, you kind of made her look like she was a crazy person. And now look at you. Okay, now look at you. So it's not that I have like no sympathy for her at all for what she's going through. However, I have extremely little sympathy because you were warned. You were warned. Like, you got with him after someone sued him. The young man who sued, like you got with him at a time where you knew how things could turn out, and you just did not care. Okay, he has never showed changed behavior. We did not have this one example of something fucked up he did. We had years worth of evidence of stuff he put people through, and you still made the decision to fuck with him. And again, when Royce tried to warn you and just say, bitch, I'm telling you, you're a fool. You tried to make Royce the clown. And now look at you. Now look, the paint all a girl. And the fact that even how she looked, Amy looked like she started smoking crack compared to how she looked before she got with Dwight. You let that man suck your soul out for a couple dollars in a mansion. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Be smarter. So Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry went to the airport and he was trying to, hand out money to TSA agents. He was unable to give them things. Now, most jobs, corporations have rules. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times you can accept gifts from patrons, customers, clients, and whatnot. It's against the rules. So while he went out trying to hand out money here, they said, hold up, you can't do it. Okay. Now, again, about 50,000 TSA workers are still, unpaid. It's been about 40 days since the shutdown for TSA work. So he was trying to, help people out and give them some dollars. Okay. If you're here at work okay, I'm gonna give you some dollars. And they say it can't happen. Okay, it's against the rules. Now look, Tyler Perry has a lot of allegations against him here and there. And I like the fact that Tyler tries to help people. You know what I'm saying? Despite whatever allegations he has, you know, because there have been many people who said, even behind closed doors, this is what Tyler Perry does. Okay. And I do wonder if he wasn't blocked from doing it, if it would have been a story. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder. Now, this one, of course, came out yesterday that he was not able to, hand out money at the airport to the workers. And then today, it says he gave $250K in gift cards to unpaid TSA workers at Atlanta airports after management blocked him from handing out cash. That's smart. Okay. It said Tyler found because again, he went with cash, yesterday or whatever day. Okay, he said, but he found a creative way to show love to TSA to TSA officers during the government shutdown. He gave 250 TSA workers at the Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport $1,000 gift cards today. Okay, his earlier report came out he could not give them cash. Okay, however, get these gift cards. Okay, you could not give them cash. Okay, the airport management said, no, Mr. Perry, you can't do that, sir. Don't do that. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, however, he then said, well, how can I gift them stuff? Aaron Barker, who was the president of the American Federation of Government Employees, a local 554 union, which represents the TSA office in Georgia, confirmed the gift went through the proper legal process. And it's probably a thing where they can count what you got or where it came from. What cash that goes little dollars, okay. But if it is through a debit card, a gift card, that's probably just more traceable than giving someone cash. And again, not with $1,000 cure them for not being paid for a month. No. However, everybody can use an extra $1,000. Okay, especially if you've not been paid for over almost 2 months at this point in time. So Tyler Perry, to my knowledge, has oftentimes helped people and he ain't said shit. So this is an example of him doing something that becomes public, because we've heard about what he's done for whoever like years later or months later. Like even with KJ Smith, who was, she plays Andy on Sisters. She brought up how when she was in labor, her labor went, took a wrong turn. Child who was bleeding, she ended up having to have an emergency C-section or whatever. Damn near died. But while in labor at home, she called Tyler Perry, who arranged for her to, get to the right hospital and get treated or whatever, and it saved her life and her baby's life. So again, Tyler Perry has always privately done things to help people. And that's the catch-22. When you are one who's rich and famous, or when you're someone who has also been in a little bit of scandal here and there, people start to believe that anything you do is to distract from the rumors. Okay. But in hindsight, there have been rumors about Tyler Perry's sexual nature for years. And to me, these two lawsuits from them two men, I don't believe them lawsuits are valid. I fully believe the men knew exactly what Tyler wanted and played along until they did not fit their needs anymore. And I also feel like Tyler Perry was always stupid to play those kind of games with people he paid as employees. Okay. However, he gives back to people often privately. Not Tyler Perry. Somebody told Tyler give me looks. Y'all tell Tyler Perry to give me $40,000 because I'm black and I'm talented. Anyway, But yeah, Tyler Perry helped them people out, and we love it. Now, what's left, child? I ain't got a thumbnail today. Oh, well, who name on a thumbnail? I got the names on here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me, because it's late, guys. I'm gonna be done in a second. Cardi and them Tiger. Oh, okay. Lord, I'm probably not gonna do Drewski. Because I think I took it off. Let's do Offset. Hold on. Offset, child. Now, first of all, is Offset still considered an employee? Great employee. Is he still considered a rapper, a famous entity, a celebrity? Okay. Has Offset fallen off? Like, is Offset the new Latasha Scott? You know, Latasha Scott was in Escape. Then she was no longer in Escape, and we ain't seen her since. You know, Offset was in Migos. Migos broke up. You know what I'm saying? It's Offset right somewhere else and not a real celebrity as he used to be. Because he was at a casino and a fan was upset because Offset would not take a picture with him. I said, girl.
He arguing with Offset, y'all.
That's only a picture, goddamn, nigga. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro.
For you to ask someone for a picture because you are a fan of theirs, and there's nobody I would say, oh, I want a picture with you, and I then can say, oh, they're not a celebrity. So one, you can ask me for a picture, and then if I say no, you want to insult me as if I'm nobody. Bitch, you want the picture. And Offset said, I'm here by myself. I'm at a casino. Like, I'm here by myself. Like, I don't want to do no pictures.
Oh, that's only guy for a picture? By myself. I'm not supposed to a picture. Goddamn, we black people.
Nigga arguing.
Now, if Offset is saying, I don't want to take no picture with you, that you then post and let folk know where I'm at. I'm here by myself. Okay? Don't do that. Now, again, Offset getting checked by a fan is insane. It's insane. But if you recognize him as Offset, if you recognize him as Offset from Amigos, if you recognize him as Offset, Cardi B's ex-husband, you still look at him as a celebrity of some sort. He's still somebody who was at least infamous. Okay? He's at least infamous. But you can't ask someone for a picture and get pissed if they say no. First of all, he's like, a bitch, I don't know. A picture for what? A picture for what? Now, look, I do agree. He looks different. You know what I'm saying? He looks a bit off brand. But it could be because I'm at a casino. I'm in my look. When I'm in my around the house clothes, okay, bun out my hair. Look, y'all know I'm not gonna bun out. But when I'm in the house chilling in my robe, okay, or without my robe on, whatever, hair, all out and curly and whatever, no lipstick on. I'm saying I do look different. If I run to the gas station, okay, and my little jogging stuff, I'm saying people do look regular at the house. Regular at the house, okay? He made it look regular.
Goddamn, nigga, you ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. That's only guy for a picture. I'm not supposed to a picture. Goddamn, we black people.
We black people, but that's also an issue I have with fans. You can't be out here being a fan and being a hater at the same time. Okay, you can't do both. That man he's at work. Okay, he's gambling to make some money. Okay, let that man work in peace. And if he say no to pictures, then say no to the pictures, bitch. He don't want no picture with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Bitch, I don't want to argue with you. Not today, bitch. Okay. Kandi. So Kandi doing her one woman show. I don't know when it is, but she's doing her one woman show. However, Kandi she was being interviewed by Lauren Rosa. I didn't really watch it. I didn't feel like it or whatever. But a part of the divorce decree thing was Kandi having to pay $426,000. And Lauren was asking her, about why she had to pay Todd that money. Okay, why did Todd get one lump sum of almost $500,000?
We are joint. You know, everything is split evenly. Even when it comes to the financial part of it, we had properties together that we had to split equally. And basically it's just so we just have to end up with equal equity. And so, as far as I guess it said who got what properties, if I ended up with one more, I just had to pay the difference up. So we're still equal in what we got.
Gotcha.
It's just because I ended up.
So I probably want to look confused. She looked confused.
With more on the property side, then I just paid the difference of. So it's not like I had to pay him. You get what I'm saying?
I got you. What was but in the settlement, from what I'm going off of what TMZ is reporting, and from what they're reporting a number. I believe it's like $426,000.
Right. What I'm saying is, if you read the whole thing,
meaning, bitch, if you read the thing, if you read the shit, Lauren, and Lauren usually is on top of shit. I didn't get why Lauren was not getting what Kenny was saying, because I'm like, she said verbatim, we are 50-50 in a divorce. Okay, and even if we have 11 properties and he get 5 and I get 6, so I have one more property that's worth more money than the 5 he got, I have to pay the difference in the amounts. So if you read the thing and not just listen to what TMZ said.
We are joint. Everything is split. I guess it's open to the public.
Yeah.
We have to be equal in the equity that we have in the properties that we own together.
Got you. Okay, so that's separate. Is that
No.
separate? Oh, that's also
No, that's not
how they got
separate.
to that number.
Together.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is
this is why you should not interview people if you have not researched what you're asking them, or if you cannot comprehend the explanation, just say okay.
Have to be equal in what we both take out of the properties. So if we didn't sell the properties and we just did based off of, well, I'm gonna take these two, you take whatever, but my properties may be worth more, than I have to pay the difference so that we're both still equal.
Got
You
you.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
She was confused. Now, she also was asking about, Todd having to leave the house.
No, there was a whole guest house, living in the guest house conversation. He needed to leave the guest house, and they said Kandi was up there evicting people. That's how they were reporting the documents.
Once again, I'm definitely gonna have to I will address all of that in my one-woman show.
I also feel like Kandi probably should have waited to after a one-woman show to do interviews, because it's probably stuff you don't want to discuss now. You want to discuss in your one-woman show, but you can probably discuss more after the one-woman show.
But it's just kind of like, it is what it is. I think for me, it was like, okay, it's a gradual separation.
Okay, got you.
Meaning, like, you mad. So, it's like you as a woman, a lot of women just first I'll be like, get out, take your, all that stuff, right? But then on the other side of that coin is like, I got kids. So how do we do this in a way to where it's not a drastic change for them? So, figuring all that stuff out is, I don't want to say that, we know all the right things to do. Just like anybody that's going through a divorce. Well, now our divorce is final. But like anybody that's going through a divorce, that was something that we were trying to figure out what's the best way to go about it. And that was just the way we went about it.
There was a whole...
And luckily, Kandi has a house, an estate, a location that she lives in big enough to where there was like a guest house that Todd can go sit in until, things are cooled off. also it was probably good that Kandi was, out of state working on Broadway, so that way it wasn't as if her and Todd was in the same house all that time. Kandi was in New York. Well, she was working on Broadway for like 3 months. So luckily, while the divorce played out, in the media, they were able to be separate, in 2 separate houses, 2 separate states. It probably made the transition towards the end easier because you're not sharing the exact same space. But I remember when they did the show, when they got married, she always said, like, within 30 days of them, parting ways, that, you gotta get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But with Kandi, maybe she should have not done an interview, but I think she really wanted to clear. Yeah, I don't think she said much that would like ruin her one woman show. If anything, it maybe gave her content to know to discuss for a one woman show, and then after she does that, she could do more in-depth more interviews. But she also brought up how she was going to do more shows of the one woman show. So that's what it is. Kandi, to me, has handled this divorce well because we still don't know what happened. We still don't know what's going on now. We really only know stuff that's like in black and white on the paperwork. It's 50-50. This amount of money. No one gets any child support or spousal, but there's still a lot about their divorce we don't know. Like, we don't really know, like, when did she put Todd out? Okay, when? Now, I know the new divorce stuff says, Todd had 15 days from when they signed the divorce settlement thing to get out the outhouse. So that's that. But I really feel like Todd may not even fully understand how much people is not going to fuck with him because he's no longer married to Kandi. And while I think he feels like he's special, he isn't. And the sooner he realizes that and he stops being an asshole about things, things might get better for him. I'm not saying his actual friends will like shun him, but the connections that he was connected to, because he was Kandi's husband, like, that shit gonna dry up. You know what I'm saying? There will probably be things you can't come to because they're gonna buy Kandi. Now, them as parents of Ace and Blaze, that's separate. You know what I'm saying? Them as parents will be them as parents. But I think Todd, as this producer, movie producing person or TV show person, he gonna have to really work on his own morals, on his own name. And people may be like, well, let me ask Kandi how she feels. So you better hope Kandi said, well, I don't mind. That I'm not involved. And truth be told, some stuff that Todd would do would get more attention because he was Kandi's husband. So we shall see. Cardi B, because that's all. I think that's all that's left. I think that's all that's left. Hold on, because I'm not doing Drewski. I did Tiny. I did Kandi, Khloe, did Ray. We did. Okay, yeah. So we had Tiger Woods and Cardi. Tiger Woods. Let's do Tiger Woods. Child, I was like, not Tiger Woods getting another. Now he was arrested, child. That's a mugshot. This mugshot was released an hour ago. He was arrested today for a DUI, driving under the influence. So they're not saying he was drunk, and they don't think he's drunk. But first of all, Tiger looks impaired. Okay, his bloodshot eyes. You know what I'm saying? He was in a rollover car accident today. Where's the police report? Boom. Hold on.
So just before 2 p.m. today, the Jupiter Island Police Department, which is where we currently are, received a call of a rollover crash about 2.5 miles from where we are. The Jupiter Island Police Department responded out there and found a pickup truck pulling a pressure cleaner trailer. and a Land Rover, which was rolled over on the driver's door. And we're going to provide you photos of that. The investigation started, and initially, right off the top, it did appear that the driver of the Land Rover might be impaired. And at that point, the Chief Ewing of Jupiter Island Police Department called me from the Martin County Sheriff's Office and asked for our assistance. It wasn't that the Jupiter Island Police Department isn't fully capable of doing these types of investigations, but quite frankly, the Sheriff's Office has a lot more repetitions in these traffic crashes and these types of investigations. Our investigation revealed as follows. Shortly again before 2, the pressure cleaner truck pulling a trailer, a small trailer, was northbound on South Beach Road and was pulling kind of to turn into a driveway. It was slowing down, starting to turn into a driveway. And the driver of that vehicle looked in his mirror and saw a Land Rover, a dark colored Land Rover, overtaking him at high speeds. And I don't know those speeds. The Land Rover kept overtaking him. He saw it coming, so he tried to edge off to the side of the road, but this is a small 2-lane road, and there was no shoulder for this pressure cleaner gentleman to get off the side of the road. As he was trying to move to the side of the road, the Land Rover overtook him at the last minute, swerved to avoid a collision, but clipped the back end of the trailer of the pressure cleaner apparatus, listed to the side, and then rolled on the driver's door north past the truck that had just avoided the crash with. The individual driving that Land Rover was able to crawl out the passenger door of the car and was identified to be Mr. Tiger Woods. Our DUI investigators came to the scene here, and Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment. They did several tests on him. Of course, he did explain the injuries and the surgeries that he had. We did take that into account, but they did do some in-depth roadside tests. And when it was determined, he was placed under arrest and taken to the Martin County Jail.
And he was locked up
at the Martin County Jail. And even on scene, we really weren't suspicious of alcohol being involved in this case, and that proved to be true at the jail. So Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test, blew 000s, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test. In the crash, no one was injured. Mr. Woods did not seem to be injured at all, and the other gentlemen were not injured. So just before 2.
Either way it go, I need Tiger Woods to stop crashing. Okay. I want to show y'all the car. So this, because as they say, his car was tilted over. Because they say roll over because the car rolled over on the side. Roll over does not always mean the car like rolls over a few times. If your car tilts at all, if your car tilts over at all, it's called a rollover accident. So, his car, he had and that's Tiger Woods back there in the blue. Was he dressed for golf, child? Because this happened at like 2:00 in the afternoon. So Tiger being back there, child, in his little short shorts, child hiding in the bushes. Okay, and whatnot. Then flipped the Range Rover over on the side, child. Girl, Tiger, we need you to stop getting involved in car accidents. Okay, we really need you to cut it out. Okay, again, back in May of 2017, that's when he passed out behind the wheel. And I think that time he was like drunk. Okay, and whatever. He then had that car accident back in, I think in either 2020 or 2021, where he, fucked up his legs, which he had all those surgeries. They brought up in a different post that he looked under the influence of something. Okay, drug, little pill, little potion, I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, back in 2021, he had that car crash. He fucked up his legs. Okay. They brought up how he had a back surgery recently, like sometime last year. So he probably is, actively on pain meds just based on the many surgeries he's had over time. However, if you can't properly drive because you're on, pills and potions, get your driver. I wish I probably could. I wish I could hire a driver to drive me wherever I need to go. Because everybody in my life, we all have jobs. So I can't have people in my life drive me. Maybe they have to go to work like I do. So I'm like, I wish I could just pay a driver to drive me around so I don't have to drive my damn self. Especially if I am intoxicated, if I'm on any kind of I don't even like driving if I take a pain pill. When I have headaches and I take Excedrin, I call out work. I'm not driving, and I could be woozy. You said you can't just call out an Uber. No, Uber to me is like a random person. I mean, I want to hire a driver who I know, who I trust. Okay, they're at my beck and call. I don't want to call a Lyft or Uber, and then I get whoever. I get, Darren today. I get Judy tomorrow. I get Habibi on Wednesday. I get Sheila on Thursday. I get, Akbar on Friday. And the car always different. I don't want that. I mean, I want to have one person who come pick me up. Okay. They had me some jelly beans in the car. Okay. They do my playlist. Okay, they're waiting for me outside when I get off work. I'm not waiting for them to pull up. Okay, they know my Coney Island order. Okay, they know to get me a good old 6-piece wing ding dinner with chili cheese and the fries cooked light. Okay, little Coke, little Pepsi. Okay, that's all I want. Okay. When you have Uber or, was it Uber, Lyft, and all those things, those are random people. I mean, I want a driver who drives me around all the time. Okay. Y'all know I have never taken an Uber or Lyft because one, I have my own car. And if I'm drunk, I'm riding with somebody else. Okay. So I've never had to Lyft or Uber anywhere. So I also be like, child, Uber and Lyft can be killers, and I don't want to die. So I've ridden in taxis back when I did not have a car, but that's been so many years ago. Uber and Lyft wasn't a thing back then. But to think that back in the day, I would call, Checker Cab or a City Cab and whatnot. We would catch Jitney cabs here. That was probably more dangerous because that wasn't child. That was dangerous then. At least now, it's ways to, know who come to get you and whatnot. Yeah, I've never done an Uber or Lyft, but I always said if I did have to do Uber and or Lyft to anywhere, I want whatever the most expensive, exclusive. If I have to take an Uber, I want Uber. I want the big black truck. Okay, I want it spacious and clean. I would not get like Uber. I wouldn't want the $2 Uber. I want the $100 Uber that takes me 2 blocks from my house. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't, But when you are a rich celebrity, and I mean, he is rich. He is wealthy. Okay, he don't have to worry about money. Okay, he flipped a fucking Range Rover and did not care. So I feel like you have enough money that when you are inebriated in some kind of way, that day you wake up and feel a little woozy, call your driver. Okay, yeah, call you an Uber Black or Uber XL. Okay, or Uber is easy. I don't know what it's called. Okay, call whatever. But when you make the decision to drive, when you know you took either some pain pills, and you know pain pills tell you it could make you woozy and a little bit loopy. So why even risk driving? Why risk your life if you know you taking some kind of medication that can alter your equilibrium and you driving? Okay, just saying. I've never. I told you the last time I got drunk, and I was 30. I wasn't 30. It was back in 2014, 2015. So again, 10, 12 years ago. I was working at Quicken Loans. We went to the bar after work one night. I had not ate that day, and they had the good liquor, bitch. They had a good liquor. And before I knew it, I was drunk. And I knew I was drunk. And I said to myself, bitch, you drunk. Roll all your windows down, drive real slow, and focus, bitch, and call your mama to drive home. Okay? And I drove from downtown Detroit, was at Mix Bar, down there by Greektown. And I drove from downtown Detroit. I took Gratiot all the way home. I then drove to the Coney Island on Van Dyke. I then drove home. And I got out I wanted to sleep in my car because I was tired. But Mom said, girl, get out the car. Go in the house. And I got out the car, stumbled to the walkway of my apartment complex, threw up in the grass, and I've never thrown up from drinking. I was drunk. And I knew I was drunk. And I said, you should not be driving, bitch. But so again, I speak of what I know. And only because I tried my best to take every precaution to get home safely. You know what I'm saying? And I've never, ever done it again. Okay? Ever. I had to. And I don't think I ate the food. But I ordered food because I'm like, I need to suck up the liquor. So like when you know you can't function, you should not do that. I should not have done that. However, I still called someone saying, hey, I'm drunk, so I need to roll the windows down. And again, I'm a person to where I have like a 45-minute window from Jaylee, you're drunk, to me not being able to properly function. And I know that from drinking. Once I've had like the drinks that let me know I'm drunk, I got like 30 to 45 minutes before it's done. And that made me say, nope, focus on driving home, roll these windows down, because you got about 30 minutes before you two done. You can't do shit. And I would have ended up just staying downtown or calling someone to come get me. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was young. That was in my 30s. I would never do that. And I've never driven drunk other than that one time. Now, it's my 30th birthday. I was very drunk, but someone drove me home. Anytime I went out for my birthday, I'm never the driver. Someone else is, okay? But Tiger Woods, this is your third car accident where it feel like you have a problem drinking and being fully sober. And I don't mean sober as if him being drunk. Even him, again, pills and potions. Okay, pills and potions. But he's in jail. Okay. Well, maybe he's out now. Now he did deny doing a urine test. So that, you know what I'm saying, is what it was. Because again, the breathalyzer test came back, negative. Okay. But again, they feel like he was on some pills and not some potions. Tiger, The moment we found out Tiger Woods was a sex addict, fuck all them girls, he has not risen to the level of we love Tiger Woods. Like it's been like weird shit since then. You know. So again, this been his third time having a car accident where he's the driver and something ain't right. Okay. Tiger, get your shit together. Lastly, Cardi B. Cardi had her 2 shows in New York and whatnot. Child, Cardi brought out Lil' Kim. And y'all know Lil' Kim sometimes be looking real weird. Okay, no tea, no shade. But I said whoever designed Kim's outfit, whoever styled her, made her body look great. Okay, we've seen Kim in some outfits that I'd be like, now why they make her look like a leprechaun? You know, we've seen it, and I'd be looking like, now why would y'all do that? And then Kim came out like the legend she is, and Cardi B bringing out Lil' Kim, you know, there at Madison Square Garden in New York is legendary. Because Lil' Kim is that bitch. You know what I'm saying? She child, Lil' Kim is Little Kim. And no one would ever make me be like, oh no, bitch, that's Lil' Kim. Okay, different face, different body, and all. That's still Little Kim, the queen bee. Now we have 2 queen bees. Okay, we got Beyonce and Lil' Kim. Okay, 2 of the T's. And I loved how good Kim looked walking out, strutting down the runway. Okay, and usually when Cardi brings out whoever her guests are, Cardi's on stage already. Cardi gave Lil' Kim the stage. Cardi was on the side of the stage. Cardi gave Lil' Kim her flowers because you don't have to share stage with me. Now Cardi came up on stage. We know once Kim was up there. But again, all tea, all shade. Nicki Minaj could never. Nicki Minaj's ego could never. Cardi also brought out Wave and Culture. Okay, child. Wave was a girl. Wave was a little. You know what I'm saying? She brought them off of day 1 and day 2. She brought up that Blossom was there too, but Blossom was crying and Blossom didn't want to come out, so she left Blossom in the back. But again, Cardi is out here living her dreams. Okay, look at Kim outfit, her makeup, the boots, the bodysuit, the coat. It's made for her height and her body. You know, Kim is tiny. The reason Kim sometimes look like a leprechaun because Kim is she's so petite. So I'm like, when you know she's so petite, you sometimes can't dress her in certain outfits because she's gonna look like a fucking leprechaun because she is so tiny. Look, y'all look. An itty bitty baby. You see Cardi right there. Look, Cardi. So Cardi letting Kim have the stage. That's how you show homage to those who came before you. And Nicki's ego would never let this happen. No, Kim is not 5 feet. I'm gonna be like 5'2", technically. No, 5'2". Maybe 5'3", but like 5'2". But yeah, Kim is so little, so you have to be careful how you dress her. Because it sometimes makes her look even littler. Or it make her look like a fucking leprechaun. And we can't play the music because you know it's the music. But again, this was happening at the same time as was it the Versus? No, because Kim came out on night 1. which was Wednesday. Kim's show yesterday was somebody else. But I don't want the sound to play, but hold on. But even seeing Cardi, you know what I'm saying, hype in the background. Yeah, yes, bitch. We can't do the music. Because Kim was rapping her voice, you know what I'm saying? You know her, it's empty. She was doing all that. Nikki would never. Nikki could never. At all. Now I do know there was one thing, because Remy Ma was there too. And whatnot.
With this beautiful outfit on, but Cardi is
so yeah, Cardi said, I'm gonna show y'all. Now she also brought out, who was this? Who she also brought out? I don't remember. Lil' Kim, and Cash Cobain. Now I don't know who that man is, but Cash Cobain was there too, and people was excited. Okay, Cardi was as well. She had brought out A Boogie with the Hoodie, I think, on yesterday's show.
motherfucking Bronx. Are you from the Bronx? It's only right that you get high-pitched motherfucking violence. Me and A Boogie, let's go.
I don't know no A Boogie song, but I know A Boogie is like a that's New York shit. I ain't from there. Okay. And Cardi said, "Ho, I do this. I am here." Sierra was also there giving Cardi her flowers. Okay. People really popped out for Cardi. Okay. You know, again, Madison Square Garden, sold out shows, 2 sold out shows. Cardi Child is doing it. And a lot of people don't realize how huge this tour is. Again, this is Cardi's first tour. Her first tour. Look him. Look him. Looking good. Makeup looks great. Hair looks great. Outfit looks great. I'm happy someone said, let the queen be the queen. Okay, let her look good, bitch.
I gave you everything was mine.
Cardi said, girl, I'ma sing these songs and say fuck you and anybody else.
Me, my family, my friends here, my day ones are here, my whole city is here, and guys, I want to tell you I feel very blessed, very special, and thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot to me.
Being an artist in your own city and selling out the show, yes. Cardi also said, bitch, I'm going on tour more.
When I put out another album and I go and I tour, well, I think I'm going to take this tour to Europe and probably, I don't know, go around. But when I put out another album and I'm doing a re-tour again, I'm not, this is the thing, Live Nation, they're going to have to cough up more money. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be talking about, rehearsals, you start for 5 months and this and that. Rehearsals are not free. Sean Bandcamp got to get paid every single day of rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? And the dancers got to get paid every single day. But so that's why they're going to have to cover on the money. On my next tour with my next album, I'm going to perform for 5 months, bro. I'm going to have this shit to the T. Like, this is my first tour. This is my first production, and it's amazing. But I cannot wait to put out the next album, and I cannot wait. I'm already putting things in my head for the new production. I'm gonna go fucking crazy, and I'm gonna go crazy. Like, I cannot fucking wait. Like, I really love this shit. Like,
I think it's smart for her to say that. I feel like, this is her first tour. And I'm going to get a good thing herself. Pause. This is her first tour. And I feel like this is a short tour. I think they probably planned it to be a short tour because she's had a baby. I also think no one thought the tour would be this successful. Not that anyone doubted Cardi. But I think they thought, let's have it be a small tour, little 2-month tour. Okay, little 2-month tour and whatnot, and then see how it goes. that's why she's saying, I'm gonna take the tour like across the seas, and she should. And even how much the tour has changed, and it's been tweaked a little bit since day one, and it's been really good tweaks. So I think this is a learning lesson to her. And that's good. So I do think whatever she does next will be even better. Cause I keep watching. I'm like, man, she doing really well. Okay, even the outfit changes she's been having. Hold on, bitch. I said Cardi. Okay, the dancers' outfits. Cardi's outfits. Okay. This is a part of the little Latin, Spanish, for the Puerto Rican part of her tour. Okay, the hair. Okay, everything really looks amazing. Everything looks polished. And you can tell that from night one, the first tour to what she's doing now, they've learned little stuff. They've cleaned up, because at one point in the beginning, I'm gonna go to her other page. In the beginning of her tour, she also brought out Party. She brought out Party yesterday. Because her Party got that song, back at us. They did that song together. My point is stuff from the beginning of the first couple shows. At first, with that big long black coat she wear, at the fur coat, she used to come out and do Players Anthem. She don't do that no more. She now do Dead, because it fits better. Yeah, the first, I think maybe the second show, she fell out of the chair, but the only reason she fell was because the chair it couldn't hold her. If some they didn't learn, when you bend backwards in the chair, Cardi, someone has to hold the chair, because it's like regular ass chairs. So she's also learned how to work the stage. Look at the kids, child. Look at these babies. Look at that babies, bitch. So, but again, seeing Cardi, do this tour, let it be amazing, performing every night, having a good time. Again, the outfits have went up. Folks was first, she keep wearing the same outfits. She said, the outfits are getting made. Okay, the outfits are being made. Leave me alone. Okay, different hair all the time. Again, I can tell she's learning to change things up. She's learning from past shows, past mistakes. I felt the chair. So now when she's in the chair, they're holding the chair down if she's gonna bend backwards. They learned, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And we love it. So I do believe when she do a new tour, it'll be different. I do feel like she's learning from, and I won't say mistakes, but she's learning what she wants. She's learning what needs to cost more, what does not need to cost as much, where to put money in. You know what I'm saying? How to make the show flow, when to pivot from one song to the next. Because again, she started doing Players Anthem, and I think she only did that song maybe 2 or 3 times, and they switched it to Dead. So you better do it, bitch. You better do it. I want to go back to her first stuff. Even child, bitch, she made a cage on stage, ho. Okay, she made a cage on stage to sing about how these niggas ain't shit, and how they didn't love her for real, and how she gave her all to the cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? So again, she's evolved just in this tour. So we love it. We love it. We love it. Now I don't know how many days is left on the tour, and because this is when she used to do Players Anthem at first, and then she stopped. Anyway, y'all should. I'm not gonna go see her show, but y'all should. And then y'all tell me how y'all like it. See, I can't wait to see what she comes up with next. Anyway, y'all, it's been 3 hours. Yeah, I do think Culture loves the stage as well. Culture gonna do something. We don't know what, y'all. She's gonna do something. Y'all, I guess what it's time to do. Go to bed. Go to bed, okay? Because it's late, it's after midnight. Y'all make sure, okay, to like the video, comment in the comment section. Y'all know on the replay of the video to please hype up the video. You get 3 hypes, I think, per week. You can hype it up and whatnot, okay? You can also watch my other content. Okay, I will not be live tomorrow. I'm going. Oh yeah, if you are in the Detroit area, tomorrow night Karla show is at 8 at Miss Eva, so I will be down there tomorrow night. It's gonna be a long night for me and whatnot. So, good night, and everything, y'all. You go to bed. Have a good time, you know. But yeah, I love y'all. Go to bed. See y'all. I will probably come back on live maybe Sunday, and whatnot. I gotta go. Bye.